may even need you. Maybe.
Why is this scene so cute?
Besides, I'd be stuck with nothing but miserably dour folks without you around. I'm not sure I could handle it.
I wasn't expecting all this from their scene. I feel like they're flirting more than Ingrid and Sylvain were. Good day, good people. I'm finding the year of the paradigm tooling. Dave, Bravo, Dave, and I'm Lino Makars. You know me as the man who was starting to get everything back together. I just edited the Good Noodle board, and clicked record. So we're just jumping right in. Don't even have your comments up for the World Council meeting. But we're about to get into it. Do I need to announce anything? I don't think I do. Regardless, let's hop into it anyway. We have last time, we saw the real difference in this round. This is, once again, feels like the most different round. And a lot of you, as we'll go through it, highlight some things about it. Like, Orzalv, who says, Ferdinand, Edelgard, and Yuri all on screen. If the game wants me to root for Fargus in this fight, they shouldn't have put my three of my top fives in Ironrod. Give him Caspar. Nobody would care if he died. I would care. I like Caspar. I think I like Caspar and certain people. I think he just makes for really goofy ships. And I love those. Oh boy, you got my favorite Count Road dialogue. I appreciate that they brought it up. But it being a generic camp unit dialogue in the least popular route of a side pool rather is a choice. It wasn't clear. Count Rowe being enamored of Yuri's charms while he was a young teenager is a subtle way of implying that some terrible things happened to Yuri. Goodness gracious. Which sucks. Dimitri gets conversations with people from the Empire, which is great, while Edelgard just gets hit on by Baltus. I call foul. At least the Baltus scenes were funny. That's all I gotta say for that. Even as a huge Cyril and fan of Cyril and Flame, rather, I think my favorite part of the Saints Forge paralogue was Rhea getting real screen time. The game not having an academy phase made the devs bias against her show. Fair enough. That's fair enough. Because we really don't get a lot of Rhea time. And whenever it's Rhea time, it's her being like an antagonist unit. Sorry, my microphone was definitely down. I might... No, we're not redoing the intro. I'll just fix it in post. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I think I mentioned it in Chapter 5 when he came in, but Miklon storyline rather, completely falls flat for me. He had a ton of privilege compared to actual commoners like Ashen to do, but then basically... did basically the worst thing a person can do and had to be threatened into changing. I felt nothing at his death. In fact, he deserved it, which is crazy. They should have picked, they should have really picked a better character for that arc. I understand. I do. Because he didn't really have a willingness to change. But you could start to see at the, I guess, at the tail end of his life, that he didn't think it was going to be the tail end of his life, that he was kind of okay with the change that was being forced upon him, which does feel more like settling than real change, but I understand where you're coming from. This is certainly a distinct route. The differences can't necessarily be said to be good, but they are different. The devs wrote Edelgard and Dimitri into a situation where if she remained in control of the Empire, the war would likely end, or at least pause, which is true. And they worked together against Thales, something absolutely no fans wanted to see, of course. I don't know! I think I might have wanted to see that a little bit. I think I might have wanted to see that. That could have been a neat little thing, all three of them working together. Not for nothing. Where was Hubert? It gets brought up in the camp dialogue later. It's rather unsatisfying. I probably won't say too much about the side story from this, but let my thoughts be known. After this chapter, it nosedives hard, rip. One more thing to say, I have absolutely... almost as issues with the Alliance in this route as the Empire, because they did kind of just go buddy-buddy too. And Claude waving a giant betrayal flag isn't an issue though. It's just Claude being peak as usual. Can't wait for Rhea to commit. Not alive by 3 Fall Knot arrows to the back. Rest in peace. Anthony Sub. No, don't join the ways of the simps. Look. He would never, unless Pilot yearns to be the star and wants to be on camera. It just mirrors the lighting a little weird at the start. A lot of times at the very, very start, Pilot is actually up on his... He likes to bask like during recording time. I don't think there's like a trend, but whenever I start recording, he usually just comes out of the water. I do think he likes the lights, regardless. But when we do like those, and we didn't have one this time, so it's kind of hard to point out. Sometimes when we have those like little bits before we actually come back to the camp, when we're doing the map and they have like little bits of like dialogue from like other areas, those ones I won't be like at my like, oh, we're recording. It's usually me like playing the game in the background while watching something on YouTube or doing something else, etc., etc. Planning something, writing something, hoopla hoopla. Where's my controller? Okay, it's over here. What a start. But usually that's why I'm just like, I'm not gonna turn on all the lights for this. If the lighting's okay enough, I'll just turn on the cameras because I know it'll be like a 2 to 5 minute brief little thing. It is what it is. Honestly, at this point I say we continue the spin-off train primarily for the same reason as last year. We basically told you we're expecting them to announce a remake semi-soon. Obviously it didn't come last year, but still. Alright guys, we'll gamble again. And here it is, Jessica says, you know what, and I'm kind of here for it. Because I don't want Fire Emblem to fall into the same train of, hey, Avi's played this, let's remake it. Like they did with Persona 3. And then like they did with the first Trails game. And I feel like there's one other thing that I'm forgetting about that I'm like, oh, and they're gonna remake this too, huh? And then they did. I'm gonna try not to fall in that trap, so maybe we'll just do a little remake here and there. Or a spin-off. Regardless, Jessica's comments. Gwendol was the only person in House Row who cared about Yuri's well-being. Yeah. I believe Yuri said Gwendol made that bearable. His time there, bearable in 3 houses. Has been looking for a suitable place to die for a while. Yuri says he hopes he finds that place as a show of care. I don't know about the kingdom, but I think Balthus was born in a mountain village. I'm pretty sure Happy's hidden village is in Fargus. Okay, noted. Orza already brought it up, but yep, let's put it all together, shall we? We have that scholar mentioning Ro was enamored by Yuri's young charm, who was 14, when the Count took him in. Yuri, assuming that Byleth only wanted to help him, in their sea support rather, because they wanted him rather. What are you after, money? Me? Or are you just looking for someone to kill? Yuri's calling rather his charm, his 2 greatest weapons, and Yuri viewing himself as filthy, the conversation that he had with Constance in 3 houses about licking boots of nobles, the Count telling Yuri about the secret passage and Arianrod circumstances that Yuri won't tell others about. Yuri would do whatever it took to further his goals, which is uncomfortable. But here we are. When Ingrid was a child, her family kept her from going on adventures. Dimitri and Felix were children. They almost froze to death on a mountain in the middle of the war. Her brother was right, you're right. 100%. If we're getting good noodle stars for people flirting, Sylvain and Ingrid ace support side eyes, I think we might be getting that this episode unless it's locked. The dude trains with a bag of rocks. I'm pretty sure Dimitri trains by lifting boulders. I don't care about status effects. Look. And I know what you're about to say because I've read it already. Need I remind you of how you almost lost a map to burn? That was one time. One time on probably the hardest map in the game, it felt like. I was all alone. I didn't have it. I could have had a healer. It was me versus 3 houses. Regardless. Flame's ability imbues her attack with light and has a chance of creating light orbs. ZR causes her beam to fire light towards the orbs. Okay. To fire a beam of light towards the orbs. Okay. Why would a net know dark magic? Look, I just felt like, you know, maybe a net might, you know, dabble in some of the dark arts, you know. Miklon Stories ends. The story of a noble who became a monster due to the lack of his crest, had a chance of redemption forced on him, decided that he liked that path, and died to buy his king's, time for his king. Right. You completely missed the Catherine is low, now playable pop-up, didn't you? I sure did. Pretty sure Gustav abandoned his family because he wasn't able to save Lambert, so Annette's family problems are technically related to the Twisted. I see. Where was Hubert during all of this? Most likely dead. Oh no! Ferdinand now too. Oh no! As you noted during this episode, they were closest to Edelgard, and their absence in part 2 outside of one NPC dialogue is notable. At best, the 2 of them are in hiding. Wow. Wow, that's wild. The fact that not only do we see Hubert at all, that's crazy. Okay, wow. So in Three Houses Before, I guess, you know what, if Hubert were, almost dropped my whole phone. If Hubert were around, he never would have let that happen to Edelgard, let's be real. But I digress. So in Three Houses Before, Edelgard became the hegemon Husk, and Agarthan mage mentioned that the transformation came with a great risk. It's likely that Edelgard basically becoming a husk of a person was always possible with that transformation. Thales used a crest stone, yeah, I was gonna say he used the fancy stone, to force the transformation to guarantee that result. I hate that her agency has been removed, but part 1 was just so good. I absolutely love that we deal with Twisted on this route since we don't in Azure Moon. And next, Yuri and Happy have dialogue with the recruitable character. Excellent. It's probably Constance. If I were a gambling man. All dancer ending, let's go, says Reverse Queen. Loki, I don't know if I'm a masochist, but I really like using Hilda as a Grimoire and Dimitri as a mage. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? That sounds hilarious though, not for nothing. Sonic Gaming, to quote the leader of the Cromrads, my strength comes from my diligence. You know, he was admiring Petra's diligence, never forget. Catherine used her unique skill to activate twice. I've actually used it since then, after I read this comment. It is kind of nice. Not for nothing, it is kind of really nice. My favorite moment, the moment that made this my least favorite route has arrived. The puppet turning of Edelgard. The dynamic of Edelgard and Dimitri is where Dimitri's route shines. Having Edelgard as a puppet, she has no control over her actions, kind of ruins that for me in Three Houses. It's clear that her choices and decisions and her ending up a monster were all her choice, and now that's all gone. That is a stark contrast to what it is in Three Houses. She made the decision to do that to make sure that she could win in the end, and she still lost. But here, the decision's made for her. And it looks like, low-key, it almost feels like the only way to set her free might be death at this point. But I digress. Thank you for the Commons War Council meeting. It seems like this is a chapter that, like, really divided everybody on this route. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I just want to see where it goes, you know? We'll see. We will see. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't bring up the Good Noodle board. There wasn't too much updating last time because we didn't have that many supports and there wasn't like a bunch of crazy things going on in the story, like Dimitri earned a Good Noodle star. There were a couple. Petra earned her second one. Oh, I need to keep my pad right in front of me, to be honest. And let's choose a new color. Let's go gold. Gold team rules for the golden stars. I haven't added anybody else to the board yet. Just because, you know, they might not earn any stars. That being said, I think that might change because I think we do have scenes for Raphael and for Ignatz, but I don't think we have any for, Lawrence. We might have one for Marianne. I think we have a support with Marianne and Yuri. I mean, we can check them out in a second. Yeah, we'll check them out once we talk to everybody. Let's talk. And you two, hopefully you have your A support, so go ahead.
Got a second?
You went back to Galatea for a bit, didn't you? How was your family? How was it rather? Your family holding up? Not much has changed, thankfully. Also, my father made sure I sent you, said to make sure I sent you his regards. He said, you know what that means. Whoa, wait. Did I do something wrong? I haven't done anything, right? At least not lately. It's my father's idea of a joke. I'm certain he knows how hard you've been working. And how's your family been since, your brother?
So the story is...
My family was in the same as ever, but I think my mom's taking it pretty hard. Miklon wasn't her biological son, but she cared about him all the same. Aww. Aside from that, there's been nothing out of the ordinary in Gautier territory. The Shring armies came knocking a few times, but we sent them packing. I see. Well, I suppose no news is good news then. This was just sad. Well, her update wasn't sad, but his was. Oh, that's actually really sad. That's heartbreaking. Let's continue. I do want to talk to, I guess, mostly everybody this route, so we're going to do a good sweep. Who's in the back over them? I'll show them.
Hey.
I came here under our leader's orders. Imagine my surprise when I found out the kingdom's food is practically inedible. Maybe it's because the land's not fertile or something, but the grub's tasteless. I don't know, and you don't even get me started on the booze. I'm the best chef the Alliance has to offer. It's high time I teach these kingdom folk what real food is. Hey, are you showing, my guy? I do think it would be neat if, like, your chance to get perfects while playing in the kingdom were, like, 10% lower. And that's just because, you know, the ground is very infertile and the food's just not going to be as good. Hello. Our camp certainly is lively now that the Alliance has joined us. It feels as though I'm gazing upon a scene from the Academy. Ah, this takes me back. I hope this will be an opportunity for me to cultivate new friendships. Not time for friendships, girl. It's time for
It's you.
faux chips. It's, I don't know. Sorry, Flame. If you asked me a few months ago, I never would have guessed Fodlan would be in such turmoil. I always thought the Emperor's approach was a bit rash, but it didn't seem wholly unreasonable either. At least not until the battle at Arianron. Duke Iger was reinstated as Prime Minister right after that, in fact. It's almost as though he was just waiting for the Emperor's defeat, don't you think? I do think, as if maybe he was working with the Twisted. Was he down with the Twisted? Thank you. I'm down with the Twisted. Hello. Yo, how is... Certainly she becomes not a puppet at some point, though, you know? Because we still have to have the thing in the your thing. When we try when you take me over and we try to murder Nightwing. Come on, you know what I'm talking about, Arval.
What do you think?
How did it feel going onto the battlefield once again? Were you overcome with sentimentality? Yeah, no, it wasn't no different. Glad to hear. Arval, you might want to get that checked out. What? Try and say sentimentality again for me. Sentimentality. Okay, yeah, no, don't ever do that again. Never say that word again. Hey, Lawrence, how you doing? It's good to see you. Maybe not yet. Actually, nobody's in here. Yeah, I will see you. Hello.
Greetings. Good day.
We meet again, Ayla. Now that I have arrived, you have nothing more to fear. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here, for I am the one who carries both the Alliance and its gloriously unreliable leader upon my very shoulders. My larger concern is for the Alliance territories. The people must be losing sleep over my absence. Oh, I forgot I have the Merc whistle already. That's kind of crazy. Hey, Marianne. Who's that girl? What's her name? Is she cool? Is she lame? Are you talking about what's her name? Marianne. Is she lame? Is she cool? Is she breaking all the rules? Is she everybody's fool? Marianne. 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 Majuku for the kingdom. Marianne. I'm sorry. That's a reference many people are not gonna get. Because it's such an old reference. I must apologize. I must apologize. You finally have reinforcements, and yet you get me as their commander. If it bothers you, I can return to the Alliance at once. Hey, no, you got it.
What?
What are you talking about? You've already come this far. We're all counting on you, so just do your best. Do the best that you can, rather. Right. I'll try. Well, you'll be dancing soon. Oh, y'all... I meant to... So here's the problem. I meant to... upgrade people to dancer with you, because I wanted to look at the dancer outfits with you guys. The colors on Dorothea's outfit with her hair color and whatnot slays. Oh, just undoubtedly slays. That's the girl. What's up? Another battle on the horizon, and with that, and one that will decide the Empire's fate, no less. Have you heard about how the Imperial Army is in disarray? I wonder what's going on. And what has become of 80? Yeah, it's concerning.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a concern. If the Empire falls apart, chaos will spread to the rest of Fodlan. You're probably right. Maybe I should... No, I'm sorry. I'm alright. I can fight. The battlefield is my stage after all. Yo, poor girl. Poor girly pop. Yuri! Yuri! Oh! I was hired as a formality, of course, but I have subordinates in the kingdom, and my family in the kingdom, rather, so it's all worked out for the best. Don't worry, the trust is the foundation of my business. I'm not going to betray you simply because it strikes my fancy. But I suppose I would understand if someone didn't believe me because of my circumstances. No, you're fine. Hello, Imperial General. Oh, the Empire is doomed. Oh, it's kind of neat that we have an Imperial General here.
How may I help you?
The Empire has greatly changed since their defeat at Aaronrod. Her Majesty reappointed Duke Ayer and delegated the majority of political administration to him. He should have stayed banished if you ask me. Both Lord Ferdinand, and the Marquis disappeared from the palace soon after. Yeah, disappeared from the palace soon after don't sound good. There is no future for the Empire. Joining the Kingdom Army was the right choice. Wow. And that's all that's mentioned of Ferdinand and Hubert? Oh no.
That reminds me.
One time, and it's like not even like, none of this is required talking. You just go to the next map. That's odd. That's kind of crazy. One time I was driving my wagon down the road and it rained, and wouldn't you know it, it got stuck in the mud. A knight just happened to be passing by and he stopped and lifted the wagon straight out of the muck all by himself. It wasn't until later that I found out that knight was the king. I'll tell you, I keeled over, let me tell you. I'm forever grateful, maybe a little bit frightened. A regular person, rather, shouldn't be able to do that. Well, our king ain't no regular person, nah. He's the greatest of all. Hello, lesbians. Hey, what's up, girls? Oh, I guess, you know, we're a girl, too. What's up, girls? Oh, look at how she's just looking right at Shamir. Let's talk. Oh, hey, Aylin, nice timing. Let me introduce you to my partner here. By partner, do you mean, like, partner in life or just partner in, you know, fighting? My name's Shamir. Nice to meet you. Thanks for your help at Arianrod. Shamir left the Niceros 2 years ago and has been working as a mercenary in the Alliance. But she's going to be fighting with us from now on, so I can vouch for her skills. Yeah, I can vouch for her too. Love her to bits. I do love Shamir. She might... you gotta get some good noodle stars, girl. And you didn't have, like, any supports? I'm sorry, before we start, I need to, like, we have a bunch of supports with a bunch of people. I need to check if Shamir has any other supports other than Catherine. Because she's not gonna get a whole bunch of support scenes with Cat, or a bunch of stars from Catherine. Gosh darn it. They're slacking on Shamir this... Look. Shamir had, like, a Balthus, Happy, and Catherine. She had scenes with the people from Down Under and Catherine. And that's it. Come on, y'all. That's the biggest flaw in Three Hopes. Not enough Shamir. Hey, Gatekeepy.
Nothing to report.
Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report. With all these Alliance folks coming to lend a hand, it feels like our camp went from boring to bustling overnight. Seeing all these people milling about reminds me of when I was at Garrick Mach. Well, I mean, I gotta give him a point for saying, greetings, Commander, nothing to... He's doing his job. He's doing a great job, you guys. I can't just not give... We can't give Gatekeeper the Merc Whistle, but we can't give him stars. Like, y'all, look. I know some of you are thinking to yourselves, Avi, your star system kind of crazy. However... I don't think anyone's gonna argue that Gatekeeper deserves a star every time that he's holding this gate. Ain't nobody ever sneak into the camp. You ever play a map in this game where the map is the camp? I think that would actually be really awesome. That would be really cool. But that's never going to happen. Do you know why? Because this is our Gatekeeper. Nobody's getting through. None shall pass. And you can't teach that. Let's go, Gatekeeper. Where are we going? What's up, girls?
To tell the truth,
I spent some time in Camelus and was exceedingly busy helping all the people there. Many were fleeing from the Empire with the Central Church's aid. How ironic. Kind of ironic that those who were so intent on tearing the Central Church down would end up needing their help. They have no other choice. I would do the same if I were in their position. The battlefield is a dreadful place, and it's truly horrifying to take another person's life, and yet at this point, the thought of doing nothing is far worse. I'm gonna give, and I hate to, like, continue to, like, do this, but Mercy is, like, really good. Like a really good noodle. it would be wrong of me not to give her a point for, like, going to Camelus and then just staying to help a whole bunch of people out. So I'm gonna give her a point on that. I think it's really hard to get points during, like, this dialogue. They're just chilling at camp dialogue. I think it's only happened, like, it's happened a little bit, but, like, it's tough. How are you? But Mercy's pretty good at it. Father. Right when things have finally died down in the West, they go and send my father to the Alliance. He works too much, even though he's getting on in years, rather. What am I gonna do with him? Hey, you're the same way. You're working your tail off too, you know. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Oh, well, but I'm a lot younger than him, and I'm in better shape too. Since he's working hard, there's no excuse for me not to do the same. Okay, I get that. Not for nothing. There's somebody in here, a little mercenary.
Are you busy?
The king's attendant from Dusker, and some commoners have been knighted as well. I hear that even a former bandit's become a general. Oh, and a mercenary captain too. Wonder if they'd promote someone like me someday. I've got more than enough ambition. All right, no-name NPC. I'm looking forward to you being the main character in the next game. Bernie, what's up? Oh, looks like my days of peace and quiet are over. Oh, so why do they think they're sending me to the front lines again? Is it because I'm from the Empire? Oh, this is too much pressure. No, you're not going to the front lines unless we roll you on the wheel for real. Hey, we'll encourage you though. It's not about where you're from. People are just counting on you. No one's forcing you to do anything. Counting on me? Well, when you put it that way. All right, I'll do it. That was good encouragement, actually. Not for nothing. Hey, you're feeling happy today? Because I'm happy, clap along. Hello, how are you doing? How's it been going? Hey, long time no see. You haven't changed a bit. How's it been going? You've been here for a while, Happy. Oh, but it's the start of part 2, so it has been a while. I was like, girl, you have stars. I guess good.
Right on.
I'm good, can't complain, though I'd be even better rather if we could end this war with the next campaign. Wouldn't that be nice? At any rate, I'm glad to be working with you again. My motivation goes straight out the window when you're not around. Okay, well, that's... Yep, alright, well, look. Y'all, I got a little weakness for Happy. Just a little bit. She did get a ring at some point, but you know, like, you know. Happy, I don't know. She's a cursed girly. So, you know, I'm gonna give her a star. She get a little star for that. My motivation goes right out. Look, we make her happy. How can I beat that? Her saying that low-key gave me motivation. We're gonna survive this war, you guys. Also, I came to realize I never gave Yuri his upgraded, because I used Yuri during one of the battles. I never gave Yuri his updated, thing. Oh, we paired you and Happy up at some point. Y'all had cute supports in 3 houses.
Hey,
We probably shouldn't lean on the Alliance too much, but it's nice to have more allies. We've got even more people from the Golden Deer here now, which is really reassuring. Don't think about that. Yeah, that's fine. Definitely, they're a force to be reckoned with. I'll be counting on them in battle.
agree.
The Empire may have sheer numbers, but I think there may be hope for us yet. But as to what'll happen after between us when the Empire is defeated, well, your guess is as good as mine. He's still got a little worry in him. Oh, Iggy!
Amazing, actually.
This is my first time visiting Kingdom territory. There's something fascinating around every corner here. The very climate allows for diverse and rare plant life, and each town or village has their own unique charms. Truly, Foland's vastness astounds me every day. Oh, my apologies, I must compose myself. We are at war, and I am a knight after all. I love Ignatz. I'm glad he got a Merc Whistle at some point. Our second round Merc Whistle. What's up?
A moment.
The Archbishop has long hoped to recapture Garrick Mock Monastery. Now that wish might finally come to fruition, and we have Claude to thank for it. Though I would have preferred him to be a devout follower of the church. Yo, this would be crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna say you're crazy. I wouldn't say I'm devout either. None of us are, not all of us rather, are religious. Of course not, nor would I censure you for that. However, it is undeniable that people in the Alliance territory are less religious than those in the Kingdom. The Eastern Church presides over Leicester, yet they do not appear particularly enthusiastic in spreading their faith. On the other hand, the Western Church's fanatical leanings are another cause for concern. You know, I thought that she was gonna say that he's not devout, and I was like, that's crazy. And I wonder what you mean by that, but it was literally you. Hey, I really like every so often I see like the Dusker gear. I don't think there's like, this might be specific Dusker gear. Yeah, because I don't think I've seen this side piece. Yeah, Dusker gear got it going on for real. There are a ton of people here now with what folk from Leicester adding to the kingdom and church numbers. It was just recently that we began to see eye to eye with people from Fargus. I hope we can get along with those from the church and Leicester too. There's a lot of hope for the future. It feels like there's a lot of hope for the future in this realm. Hey, there's my guy Dimitri Rhodes. I am my kingdom. Your Majesty, please take care. Your wounds have barely healed, and yet you're working incessantly. No. When should I work if not now? There is no need for concern. I can wield my spear as I always have. Huh? No, I must agree with the dude, actually.
No way.
You sure you're not just in it to tough, you're just not trying to tough it out, rather. Getting enough rest is your job, too. Part of your job, too, rather. I suppose you have a point. I promise, I know my limits. And if I am honest, my thoughts tend to stray to the situation with the Empire regardless. I cannot fully relax. If we've been able to defeat Edelgard, or better yet, Thales.
No.
What's in the past is the past, Your Majesty. Right now, we must focus on the battle before us. Yes, you are right, my friend. My friend. To the end. I think we might have talked to... Oh no, we got a couple people down there. We got 5 more people to talk to. 3 NPCs and 2 people in the training ground. So let's go pick up the person that's over here first. This Kingdom Soldier. The death of the head of House Rome marked their downfall. To be blunt, the territory belongs to the royal family now. If I make a name for myself in battle, I might be granted my own land. A guy can dream, can't he? Still, I wonder who will end up with Ironrod. It is, I wish I would have talked to a little bit more of the people in the other 2 routes, just like the regular NPCs. They don't have a lot to say, generally. But I will say, a lot of the just regular ones, they kind of like, okay, I don't know what he was doing. He was like, pow. A lot of the regular ones kind of just talk about like, what it's like in the army, like, oh yeah, this is what's happening around, but like, what does it mean for me specifically, or what does it mean for commoners? And then just like cute little stories about Dimitri, like the lady, the merchant over there who lifted the I guess the cart out of the muck.
So anyway,
just a little bit of niceness. There's this guy I know. He's one of the best mercs you'll ever see. He's got to be raking in the coin rather, but every time I bump into him, he's always asking for money. I think I know that guy. Last time I saw him, he was working for the Empire, but I wonder if he's still with them. Oh, I guess it could be Baltus that we're getting to next, actually. That might make more sense. If he's helping with all their pillaging, I'll bash his brains in myself. Yeah, it sounds like Baltus to me. Let's get this one last, orange person. This last NPC, and we'll see who's I guess it would be, just thinking out loud, we haven't talked to Raphael, and we haven't talked to, who have we not talked to on the Kingdom route? Oh, I don't think we've talked to Petra, so maybe Petra's in there too. Lord Rodrigue.
Have you need of me?
Much has changed in Fargus over the past few months. For instance, House Mateus and Gideon have new leaders, and Lord Rodrigue is currently stationed in the west to ensure conflicts are kept to a minimum. Though I expect all is relatively calm there now, so he should undoubtedly return to us next month. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't return to us dead, or hopefully that's not a death flag. Come on. Don't do this to me. There's Iggy. So it is Raphael, and it is Petra. Yep.
Listen, excuse me.
We are seeing each other, after a long time. Are your skills still sharp? Of course. You went back to Bridget, right? Yes, home was very good. I went to the ocean, and Forest was... Okay, so I have a question. Did she get back there, like, relatively easily? Because wouldn't she be crossing through Empire territory unless she went, like, all the way around? Regardless. I went to the ocean and forest like when I was a child. I also said hello to the spirits. I'm gonna ask about the spirits. Spirits, huh? I can't say I really understand, but they sound important to Bridget. They are, but spirits are everywhere. You can be praying for their protection, too. We know. We know, Petra. We know all about the spirits from you. Hey, Raph.
So, yeah.
Good on you for sticking with the Kingdom Army this long, rather. Must have been tough, huh? But your hard days are over. I've called in a favor from Claude, you see?
Let's see.
Let me guess, you asked for meat, right? You know it! I asked him to get us some delicious, juicy meat so we can really give it our all. I mean, I asked for some other stuff too. Between you and me, the Kingdom's food tastes like tree bark. Wow, everybody's saying this actually. We'll be swimming in tasty food from all over the Alliance in no time, so make sure you get good and hungry. Well, that's dope. We're about to be eating well. Let's go back to our tent. Where is our tent? Oh, it's in locations here. I keep forgetting it's not like an actual spot. Alright, so we have this. And this would be a bunch of supports. Like we got like a decent chunk of supports. We got 4 for Ayla. We have 6 for Ayla. We will be viewing supports for a little bit. We got a couple for Dimitri. I'm surprised y'all aren't at A. That's kind of crazy. We got, I think, 2 for Dedue. Yeah, you two. Sylvain, I think, just has Ingrid. No, has Ingrid and Felix. Ooh, Ingrid and Felix. Those both will be good, actually. Ash, we got Dimitri and Annette. Annette, I think, has maybe 3 or 4. Felix has 3. He's still locked with Annette, which is kind of odd. That's fine. Oh, he's got Marianne too. Wait, no, not Marianne. Raphael. I was like, you have scenes with Marianne? That's kind of crazy. Mercy. Just has us and Dedue, I think, because she shouldn't have too many more to do, actually. After that, she just has Annette and Ingrid, and then she's done. Oh, she's done after that. That's kind of crazy. I guess she was on, like, all the other routes, so she's had, like, Lysithea and Caspar and Yuritsa. Fair enough. Annette, as I said, should have about 3. 1 with Ash and us, but I think she's got both Ignatz and... Oh, she doesn't have Raph. She has Ignatz and Lawrence. We'll get that eventually. Ingrid, we just saw, I think, all of hers. She's got Sylvain. She still has Dedue's, which is locked. I don't know when that's supposed to unlock, not for nothing. But I have to get her and Marianne, too. I tried to start peeking into these guys. Because Seth actually has Yuri. Which was kind of surprising to me. So I'm excited to get that little Yuri scene, because Yuri hasn't had too much love. I think he's really just had Ash and... oh, yeah, Marianne. He's got an A support with Marianne. Well, apparently one that we never got. But yeah, he's had, like, Balthus, but other than that, he's not had many other supports. So I'm shocked that he has one with Seth, but I'm kind of excited about it because, you know, Seth hasn't had any more love. Like, Flame also, I feel like, needs some more love. She had Seth, but we expected that. She had Dorothea, she had Ash, and she has us. I mean, I guess that's a decent amount. That's 4. Whatever. But you get the gist of that now, where everybody is. Let's go start with, our Alliance friends. Lawrence, who do you have from the Kingdom? I feel like it's, yeah, just Annette. Yeah, we just gotta get you and Annette, and then you're actually done. Cool. Awesome. Let's start with Raph, because I missed him. He just has 1 with Felix for right now. And let's do it. Let's start our scenes. Let me get my list here. My listy doodle. He already has the meat, baby. We got the meat. We got the meat. We got the meat. Yeah, Alliance got the meat.
Go ahead.
Oh boy. But wait, if I eat that, what are you gonna eat?
I'll buy something from one of the merchants outside.
But that costs money. This
Right.
is my second helping, or maybe third.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't remember. Anyway, if anyone's gonna be paying for extra food, it should be me.
In that case, I'll take you up on... Wait, was that thunder?
No, that was his tummy.
Nope. Just my stomach.
Yeah, it sounded like a game over, not for nothing.
I tell ya, I can't wait for this war to be over so I can eat as much as I want.
Look, skipping a full portion won't kill me. Why don't you take half?
Wow, you mean it? Thanks a bunch, meat buddy.
I'm gonna give Felix a point for being a meat buddy. That's not something I thought I would ever say. But here we are. This is the world, this is the war we live in.
Meat buddy? Wait, is that me?
Yes.
Yeah, you love it as much as I do. So that makes us meat buddies.
Whatever you say.
And he just went along with it.
I've got an idea. If there isn't enough to go around, we should go hunting. That way everyone can have their fill.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Felix is like, hold on a minute. That's feasible and reasonable.
I know! Come on, we'll hit up the nearby forest. Petra says there's a ton of game there.
I wonder what this line would be if we did not recruit Petra.
Just so happens I have some free time on my hands. So let me finish my lunch and I'll be ready.
Oh, they're really meat buddies.
All right, meat buddies are unstoppable.
Let's go, meat buddies.
Wait, you forgot your food. He really is something.
He likes them. Let's go, meat buddies. All right, that's all of our Raph scenes. We really just have Raph and Felix, which is unfortunate, but I will be real. They go to A and they're talking about meat buddies. We love our meat buddies. Ignatz, you have Sylvain and Annette on this route, which is nice. So let's go ahead and get your. You almost have both of Annette, so which is kind of crazy.
Am I actually a good knight?
Annette just pops up and says, "Nope."
I feel like I'm hindering more than helping most of the time.
What's wrong, Ignatz? You look sad.
Oh, hey Annette. Sorry to make you worry. I was just pondering some things. You don't need to worry about... Huh. Say, you're Gustav's daughter, right?
Yes? Why exactly?
He's a knight.
Well, Gustav is said to be one of the finest knights in all of Fargus. So...
How would you say I compare to him?
Listen, do you have a minute to talk?
Of course. What's on your mind?
I've been thinking about something recently. I don't know if I'm any use as a knight.
What? Come on, Ignatz. You help us out plenty. Everyone relies on you.
Okay, hear me out. He hasn't helped at all yet. Actually, that's not true. I did bring him to one battle. So he has helped.
Do you, though? I mean, I'm a knight, but I don't have any particular skill where I'm outstanding. That's,
Paint? You throw
why
paint
I
on
was
the
hoping
ground.
I could learn a thing or two from stories about your father.
I don't have any stories about him. He abandoned me when I was a child.
Gustav is a legendary knight who served generations of Fargus kings, after all.
Okay, this is making me blush, and I'm not even the subject of the flattery. But hey, I'm happy to tell you what I know.
Oh.
Thank you. In that case, let me dive right in. So, what sort of training does he normally do?
I do like her little hair loopies.
He doesn't go a day without training with both the sword and spear. And I'm serious, I don't think he's taken a day off in decades.
Interesting. So, he must have been made a royal knight in recognition for all his hard work, right?
I'm not sure if it's from hard work exactly. Okay, so this might just be one of my uncle's jokes, but my father started working as a soldier at the royal castle when he was even younger than we are now.
Dang.
And 40 or so years ago, apparently he saw the previous king, who was just a kid at the time, fall off one of the ramparts. So he threw his spear and pinned the young king's clothes to the wall.
Oh my
Saved
gosh.
his life. Anyway, that's apparently what got him promoted.
That's crazy if he was able to do that.
That's, well, it's so specific that I can't entirely dismiss it as a joke.
Right.
After that, my father changed his training regimen to include spearing falling leaves onto tree trunks. Hundreds of them, every day, I'm told.
He does all that just for training? I don't think I could pin one leaf, not to mention hundreds. Sorry, Annette. I think I've set my sights too high.
He was like, oh, I'm sorry, Annette. I am useless. Thanks for proving it to me. Poor boy. I think you just have Yuri. And I like to save Yuri for a little bit later. Flane has us. Catherine has Shamir, maybe? No, Catherine has Dedu. That's crazy. We'll get Dedu in a second. Bernadetta should have Dimitri. Oh, there's, I think we had, but was locked, so now it's unlocked. We'll get to Dimitri in a minute. Ingrid, I think, just has Sylvain. And Sylvain has 2 people, so maybe we'll just do Sylvain next. Or maybe we'll follow up with Annette for right now. I think that's probably the better bet, because she just has Ash left. Yeah, let's finish off Annette. And I'm gonna get my pin ready, because certainly they're both gonna earn at least 1 good noodle star. Because you remember the last one, Ash went crazy.
What's got you so excited, Annette?
Remember Odette, the flower peddler we taught how to read and write?
Yes?
Well, apparently, the School of Sorcery thought she had talent, and they accepted her as a student.
Wow, that's impressive. The School of Sorcery isn't easy to get into.
Alright, well look, I'm gonna give them both, I have to immediately give them both a good noodle star. Think that, oh, well that's actually the gatekeeper. Whoops. Well, he's just gonna get another one. We're in pin, we can't just erase that star. Ash, wait, oh, hold on. Yeah, Ash goes to 10 too, that's crazy. Whatever. Ash and, Annette. Where are you, Annette? Here? Yeah, they're both gonna get one for that. They must have really done a great job, and they must have, like, had several different, like, sessions. And to think that they're just helping people out like that during the middle of this war is crazy.
Right? I'm so glad we took the time to teach everyone.
It's strange to think that someone I helped is going to study under those teachers. Strange, but also great.
Speaking of the teachers, there's something I need to tell you.
Oh?
I had another reason for wanting to help you instruct the villagers.
Oh?
Oh? What's that?
I want to be a teacher.
When I was younger, I wanted to be a teacher at the School of Sorcery. It didn't even have to be that school necessarily. I just wanted to make a living as an instructor somewhere. And when I started teaching some of the townspeople here with you, it was so much fun.
You did seem to be enjoying yourself.
I know, right? My favorite part was when someone would have that aha moment and their face would just light up.
That does sound, like, really rewarding, actually.
It really made all the time I'd spent studying feel worth it.
You're a great teacher, Annette. I think it's your calling, honestly. I've never seen anyone so patient with people when they're struggling to understand. If you ask me, you should become a full-fledged professor. I'd love to study under an instructor like you.
Oh gosh, you're making me blush. But if you really think that, then I'm gonna go for it. But that means I need to hit the books. Oh, and probably chat with some of the teachers at the School of Sorcery.
I'm gonna give Ash another one. I don't know, man's really encouraged his friend saying, this was your dream, and I've seen you do it in action. Go for it. Your heart's in it.
If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
And offering his help. I'm not gonna give him a third one, you guys.
No way, mister. You have your own dream to pursue. I mean, you want to become a world-renowned knight, right?
Well, sure. But you've helped me so much, I feel like I need to return the favor. Besides, you're a citizen of Fargus, and it's a knight's job to help the people.
I love how focused you are on that dream.
I'm gonna give Annette one as well. Cause she kind of reciprocated. Hey, I was like, hey, no. You got your own dream to live up to. Making sure he doesn't lose focus.
It's almost silly, because you're already the greatest knight I know.
I'm gonna give her another one. I'm gonna give her a second one for that one, actually, because that was just really sweet.
Okay, I'm off to borrow some books from the capital, but maybe I'll ask for your help after that. Oh, and if we ever get the chance, I'd love to visit Garrick Mock's library. If you wouldn't mind going with me, that is.
Yo. This is adorable.
You can count on me.
Thanks. Just you watch, Ash. I'll be a real professor before you know it.
Yo, they're adorable. they are so adorable. Well, she's done. She just has an Ayla to view, and that ain't nothing. We're gonna do all Ayla's back to back. Mercy just has to do... Oh, true. All right. And we'll do to do in a little bit. In fact, we're really close to I think, just needing to sweep everybody who's left. Like, you're just a Dimitri scene. You are a... Okay, let's go Sylvain. And Sylvain will lead us to... Felix. Although we just did an Ash scene, but this will just lead us to Dimitri. And I'm not ready to give Ash any more points. So let's start with Sylvain and let's knock him out real quick. Let's do Ingrid and then we'll do Felix and then we'll go to Felix's scenes. Keep a little consistency, a little flow.
What's the matter, Ingrid? You sound exhausted.
Oh, it is just that my father's work never ends. Writing battle reports, explaining our Pegasus maintenance costs. There's always something that needs doing.
Pegasus maintenance cost is crazy.
I'm impressed that you, Felix, and His Majesty managed to stay on top of it all.
Are you sure you're okay, Ingrid? It isn't like you to be so worried.
Perhaps I'm simply not suited for desk work. I sound pathetic.
Oh.
Well, that's my cue to pitch in and help out by treating a lovely lady to a fine meal.
Classic
I
Sylvain.
thought you'd sworn off such flirtatious nonsense.
Can't you just accept a generous offer for once instead of immediately disparaging the giver?
Maybe you're right. In that case, I accept.
Oh?
I reached a good stopping point anyway, so I may as well eat on your coin.
Lamau. Oh, we get to see them go to dinner.
Phew. It has been some time since I've eaten this much. I've been so busy lately, my meals have consisted of whatever quick snack I can scrounge up in the moment.
Well, that makes the incredibly hefty bill worth it. Also, it's been a while since I've been able to watch you eat. I think I kind of missed it.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Right?
Sorry, that came out all wrong. What I meant to say was that it's a relief to finally see you enjoy a decent meal. I
Okay.
mean, we're basically family, you know? And I'm sure Felix and Dimitri would feel the same way.
Well, that's gonna be one for him. He said famiglia. That's like we're basically family. Oh,
Is that so?
yeah.
When we were talking earlier, you said something about how a person can't cling to the past forever. Well, I think that's why it makes us so happy when we realize some things never change.
Oh.
Some things never change, huh? Hold on. That means you were still gawking at me as I ate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you blame me? You are a fascinating eater.
That's crazy.
I mean, you're normally really serious, but when you eat, it's like your entire face lights up.
This sounds familiar.
Do you even hear yourself? Yes, well, speaking of things that never change, I thought of an even more important one.
Which is?
What's that?
Our friendship. The way we're there for each other through thick and thin. Even if our relationship changes, we will always hold each other dear.
I'm gonna give her a star for that. Ingrid, that one's for you. That was real nice. That was good.
Okay,
that was good.
That line is way too
Hey.
cheesy. Who taught you to say that? What rogues have you been hanging out with?
Hey, you be careful, Sylvain. I ain't never had to remove a star yet. Even when I accidentally gave one to the gatekeeper, I ain't removed one yet, but I will. Don't worry.
Stop complaining and come with me. I want to buy some treats for everyone.
Wanted to buy treats for everyone. That's good. She's buying things for the class. Good noodle star.
I'd follow you to the ends of the earth, my lady.
Cute. That was cute. That was cute. I was gonna say that's Ingrid's best day, but I think she's already earned 2 in one day. Good for her. Alright, and then Felix. Oh, I liked their... Was it a C support or
There
B
you are,
support? I don't
Felix.
remember. But I like their previous
Why
support.
didn't you tell me
Tell you what?
about the fight you got into the other day with those soldiers?
Oh, that. Don't worry, I won't do it again.
One of my men told me the whole story of what actually went down.
Oh?
Apparently, one of your soldiers was mocking the heir of House Gautier, who just so happens to be me. And he started getting into it with everyone else, which is when you decided to jump in.
Worst decision of my life. But like I said, I'm done with all that. I only stepped in because I thought it was my responsibility to make my men see sense. But my fists tend to move faster than my brain, as I'm sure you know.
I'm very well aware. Still, I'm curious why you didn't tell me everything right away.
It wasn't important.
Because he said some really nasty stuff about you. I didn't want your delicate ears dropping off in horror.
Okay, now I'm even more curious. Anyway, sorry for tearing into you without knowing the full story.
I don't know if I can give Felix a good noodle star for starting a fight. He's starting to fight in defense of his friend. I'm gonna give him a star for that. Yeah, we'll let him have one for that one.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I can't let personal life influence business, even if it does concern you.
You shouldn't worry about it. People speaking poorly about me is something of a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
And honestly, I deserve every last bit of it. I was a real scoundrel in my younger days. Caused a whole lot of people a whole lot of headaches. That kind of talk isn't your fault or your soldier's fault. The blame lies squarely with the man I used to be.
So, why didn't you do something about that man when you were younger?
It was just... I had to be that way, you know? I had to play the part of the flippant, carefree rogue because... Anyway, look, I know I'm a real piece of work, but that's just me being me.
That was a nice tease.
Fine. Perhaps you do deserve to be made fun of. But I still won't stand it coming from a bunch of curs who don't know a single thing about you. You may not have the title of Margrave yet, but you still make yourself pretty useful. I've seen how you've helped the boar, and I guess you help me too.
Y'all, hey, we don't see Felix blush too. Oh, hold on a minute. We gonna have to give him a good noodle star for that, y'all. Right there. Old Felix gets another one. I am gonna give Sylvain one in this one too. Maybe? I'm not sure if he's earned a good noodle star for this one yet.
Wow, Felix, that's... Wow. Oh boy. I think someone's cutting onions in here.
Quiet. Can't you listen to someone for 2 seconds without opening your fat mouth and completely ruining the moment? You always have been too smart and too loud for your own good. Even if no one can match you in military tactics or domestic affairs. It's like you said, we've got problems piling up both inside and out of the kingdom. And with you around, we might just be able to see our way clear of it.
That's a lot of problems to pile on one person. Especially when he isn't half as great as you're implying.
Whoa.
I mean, I might be, say, 7% more cunning than you, but that's pretty much it. If we really want to be useful to Fargus and Dimitri, we need to work together, so we can balance out each other's weaknesses.
Alright, now I'm gonna say everything that you said has earned him another good noodle star. There you go.
I suppose that's true.
I was like, he's on the precipice. I was still probably gonna give him one at the end of this, but now he's like, he tipped it over.
In which case, I guess I'm counting on you. I may even need you. Maybe.
Why is this scene so cute?
Besides, I'd be stuck with nothing but miserably dour folks without you around. I'm not sure I could handle it.
I wasn't expecting all this from their scene. I feel like they're flirting more than Ingrid and Sylvain were.
You don't have to tell me twice, old friend. I'll always be there for you. I promise.
I think towards the end there, I feel like, because, you know, as it goes on, I'm like, all right, they earned a star. They got to do a little bit more to earn another star from this scene. I think they both might have earned another star, and I'll do it, you know, I blank blank, I promise, old friend, whoop-de-doo. Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, yeah. Yeah, they sure did. Alright, so now we'll go over to Felix, and man, it might be a good day for Felix, y'all. It might be a really good day for him. Or maybe we'll just wait because he's got Dedue, but then maybe we'll go to Dedue after that, because Dedue has Felix and Mercy, and that's it. And Catherine. Yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll just start to head into Dedue scenes. Let's go.
Now then, I'd like to hear opinions on the proposed tactics.
Dimitri, I click you.
Personally, I believe it best to gather our forces and attack the stronghold directly, but...
Of course the boar wants to rush in headlong. Using a small force to take out the enemy's base of operations is a far better idea. Do you have something to say? Or are you just going to stand there glaring at me?
I have nothing to add, no.
So you're saying you have no thoughts on it whatsoever? You don't even agree or disagree? Just purely, blissfully neutral?
Enough, Felix. Leave Dedu be and tell me more about this idea of yours.
We don't need to kick down the front door here. Sneaking in with a small force and burning their food stores will be more than enough.
Interesting. We'd miss a chance to loot their supplies. But it would free up our main force for other matters. Still, it won't be easy to slip past their patrols. I'd best take my personal troops and...
No, if you go in there, you're gonna bash them all
Allow
down.
me to take on the role. I trust that'll be satisfactory.
Right then. Now that we've solidified our strategy, let's break for a bit.
Okay, what is your problem? You've been giving me that look ever since we came in here. You clearly have something on your mind, so spit it out.
It's good to have you with us.
Huh?
Baffled?
You can debate His Majesty without hesitation or ill intent.
Agreed.
Our war council proceeded smoothly as a result.
You make me sound like some kind of troublemaker. I don't disagree just for the thrill of it, you know.
Yes, I know.
You don't say.
Dimitri's always had a reckless streak.
You don't say, it's crazy.
He'd drag us into if someone wasn't around to stop him. The guy would gladly throw his life away for someone else, given half the chance.
You have a point.
Yep.
His death would mean the destruction of both Fargus and the church. So when I try to protect him, what I'm really doing is protecting the kingdom.
Spoken like the shield of Fargus.
What's with a smile? I told you, if you've got something to say, just say it.
I know you spoke up for my sake as well. I'm grateful for it.
Wow.
Yeah, well, just doing what's expected. I mean, we're, you know, brothers in arms and all that.
Alright, well, that's another one for... Felix is going crazy this episode. I don't even know what to tell you guys. Like, I think he is ahead of Ash now. No, I think he's tied with Ash now.
Apologies for the wait. I trust we're ready to reconvene. You two seem to be having a lively discussion. May I ask what it was about?
It was about you, sir.
Of course, Your Majesty. Felix was just saying...
We're brothers in arms.
I was saying how much of a fool you are. And now come. We have more important things to discuss.
He's like, I'll never admit it. Oh, man. You love to hear it. Alright, everybody else here now is just having scenes with... Oh no, we got Yuri scenes too. Let's pop our Yuri scenes now. And that's our A. Marianne and our C. Seteth. So let's pop our A. Marianne first, because I don't remember what's happening here.
There you are, Marianne. I've been searching the entire base for you.
Oh, I do remember.
Yuri, is something wrong?
Hers was like the thing, and it was a misunderstanding between the two of them, and the near the horse area.
This is what's wrong. Where do you think you're going at this hour? You know, I've been worried this whole time that you might actually leave like you said you would.
Oh no, I'm just walking my horse. I have him tied to the tree over there.
I just can't believe you'd ever think of... Wait, what? You're walking a horse?
We got a late start, but I always take him out on certain days.
Right then. It seems I worried for nothing.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
No, it's literally all Yuri's fault this
There's
time.
no need to apologize. I'm just glad my worries turned out to be unfounded.
But why are you so worried about me?
Actually, let me ask you a question. Could you turn a blind eye to a friend who says she'll be gone soon, and then can't be found anywhere?
Right.
The fact is, I have no worth to anyone here, so...
Marianne.
Okay, knock that off. You've got plenty of worth. For one, there are things you can do that even I can't.
I'm gonna go and give Yuri a good noodle star. It's not for what he's saying right now, so we honestly might earn a second one. But what he said just before this is like, let me ask you a question. Could you turn a blind eye to a friend who said that she'll be gone soon and then couldn't be found anywhere? That's like peak good noodle star.
In fact, this seems like a perfect chance to show you
Right, his
exactly
glare.
why I was glaring at you that one day.
Yuri, is something wrong with Dorte?
So, your name's Dorte, hmm? That's a lovely coat you have there. I see someone has groomed you too. Achoo!
Are you alright?
No, he's allergic to horse. We gotta put him on a horse.
Are you better now? What?
Isn't it obvious? That sort of thing always happens whenever I get too close to horses or cats.
Yo, we gotta put him on a horse.
When a sneeze approaches, my eyes narrow reflexively. That's probably why it looked like I was glaring at you.
Y'all, we gotta put him on a horse class.
Luckily, it's mostly just sniffles, so I don't go out of my way to tell people about it. Still, I probably should have told you from the start. Apologies for giving you the wrong idea, Marianne.
No, it's alright. It's really my fault for jumping to conclusions. And I'm sorry you had to pet my horse.
Whoa,
The next
why would you
time say
apologize for
sorry,
it?
I'm going to glare at you for
Hit the hay!
Would you mind if I tried some detoxifying magic on you?
Oh?
I'm not certain it will have any effect, but it may temporarily alleviate your symptoms at least.
Detoxifying, hmm? You know, if this works, it may help one of my lifelong dreams come true.
Oh?
It would?
Most certainly. I'd love to go on a long trail ride, or pet a room full of friendly cats all afternoon.
This is adorable.
I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm just so surprised. Those are truly wonderful dreams to have. And I would love to help you achieve them if I can.
I'd be glad to take you up on that offer. Do you see now why I said you aren't worthless? Now let's do this, Marianne. Hit me with the most powerful magic you've got.
You got it! Yuri gets blasted in next week. Oops, I'm sorry. He also has Set the Sea, so let's go ahead and watch that one. That was really cute. Not for nothing. Do we even have Seth on this list?
Word with you?
I don't think so. I don't know if he's... And here's the thing, I'm pretty sure Seth is gonna earn a star or two. But not until A supports. Sedith is a tough customer when it comes to C and B supports.
Sedith, did you need something? If you want to talk business, we can go somewhere more private.
No, it is nothing of the sort. I happened to see you speaking with a scholar earlier. I'm curious as to the nature of your conversation. You seemed quite absorbed.
Oh, so you saw that, did you? Well, I suppose you would be familiar with the topic.
Oh?
I was trying to learn a little about the legend of the 10 elites.
That is rather diligent of you. I'm impressed.
Nothing diligent about it.
Okay.
I just didn't quite receive the same education as my noble peers. It's said that the goddess granted the 10 elites power in the form of crests, allowing them to defeat the evil that threatened Fodlan. That power freed them from the ravages of age, and even saved them from the brink of death.
So the legend goes. It is also said that some crest bearers live much longer than those without. There is even a theory which posits that Nemesis, the King of Liberation, lived for several centuries.
Is that so?
I do wonder, however, why such a subject would interest you.
Well, I suppose I can trust you. The truth is, I wanted to figure out who exactly I am.
Huh.
Given your position, I'm sure you know of the crest I bear.
Indeed, I do. I must admit, its discovery upon your enrollment at the Officers' Academy came as quite a surprise. After all, you bear the crest of Oban, which was thought to have been lost long ago.
An exceedingly rare crest. Yet I have no idea where it came from.
Oh, he's got to have a bunch of crust babies then. Who wanted the crust babies? Was it Mercy? Mercy and somebody. I don't remember who it is.
My mother's status being what it is, I don't have the slightest clue who my father is or where he was from. I'd never once doubted that I was my mother's son. But then I found out about my crest. It's made me question everything I've ever known about myself.
I see. So you yourself do not know the origin of your crest.
But then I'd heard the 10 elites weren't born with their crests. So I figured that would be a good place to start digging.
No matter the nature of your crest, I am certain it was bestowed upon you by the will of the goddess. Do not resent the power that dwells within your blood. Cherish it, and you shall find your way.
You sound just like the scriptures. But I appreciate the encouragement. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to.
There he goes. Pretty neat. I'm curious to see where theirs continues to go. We just have Flane, Dedue has Catherine, so now we are back up here. So let's go ahead to Dedue, and let's knock out the rest of his scenes. I think he actually just has Mercy, and he has Catherine. So let's start with Catherine, because Catherine is new to this.
Oh, Dedue. Must be my lucky day if I'm running into you here. Hey, what's with the scowl? Do we have a problem?
Do they have a problem?
All the residents in this town are people of Duscur. It may be within the kingdom, but it holds neither monastery nor church. What is your reason for coming here?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, Dimitri and Lady Rhea didn't tell you?
They did not.
I know everyone's been busy, but that's unacceptable. Well, there was a major fire here, right? Lady Rhea asked us to come help rebuild. We brought rations too. Never hurts to have a little more food in your stores. So relax, please. I swear on the goddess herself that we don't intend to harm any of you.
I did ask His Majesty to spare some aid in rebuilding the town, but I did not expect the task to fall to you.
What kind of church are we if we don't help those in need? Besides, we owe Fargus quite the debt. You guys took us in, even going as far as to start a war with the Empire in the process. This is the least we can do to return the favor.
Surely the Knights of Seiros have long since repaid their debts on the battlefield.
Maybe the knights have, but the monks and scholars won't let us hear the end of it if we don't let them pitch in too.
Lamau.
So when Lady Rhea heard about the fire, she apparently jumped at the chance to help.
Is that so?
Huh.
I know the people of Duscur will have their concerns, since they're not followers of Seiros. But it'll all be fine. And we can't just sit around twiddling our thumbs while people out there desperately need help, can we?
I do really love Catherine's hair.
At least, that's how all of us who follow the teachings of Lady Rhea view it. You're free to supervise if you still don't trust us.
No. You seem to be speaking the truth. His Majesty has expressed similar sentiments in the past. I believe your desire to help is sincere.
Thanks, Dedue. I was starting to think you were about to tell us to pack up and go home. Well, now that we're all square on that front, point us toward what needs the most help. We'll do manual labor, planning, you name it.
In that case, I'd ask that you clear away the burnt wood and help distribute food to the townsfolk. I will explain to everyone what you're doing here.
Yes, that's probably for the best. I'm sure they'll be much more willing to listen to you.
Oops, better get to work. Okay. Well, I was gonna say no stars, but I'm curious to see how their B support goes now. Mercy! They only have one support. I'm curious. I'm very curious about Mercy's now, too.
Teach me how to cook next.
Yeah, who is this no-name child?
All right. I will teach you a special recipe that is certain to delight everyone back at the church.
His Majesty is looking for you, Mercedes.
Huh? Goodness, whatever was that about?
That kid's racist.
My apologies. I have a tendency to frighten animals and children.
Oh, boy.
Perhaps it's my imposing stature. Or perhaps it's because I'm from Dusker.
I doubt animals know anything about the tragedy of Dusker to do.
Right.
Still, I think I may know how to solve this little problem of yours.
I think you need a fancy head.
You see, many of the children here have lost homes and families. They tend to be a fearful bunch.
That's fair.
And as a large man who is also unnaturally quiet, you cut a doubly scary figure. So all we have to do is show them how not scary you are.
Do you want me to juggle?
How do we do that?
Tell them stories.
I'll have it all worked out by then.
You want me to hand them sweets?
Very well. Done. Here's your flower.
Oh, flower crowns. This is adorable. All right, Mercy. Man. Mercy's pretty great, you guys. I'm gonna be real with you.
Wow, mister. You're just as amazing as Miss Mercedes.
Yeah, this is the prettiest flower crown I've ever seen.
Hey, I'm gonna give the duo a good noodle star for making flower crowns for the kids, too.
An actual royal crown. Well, make one for me. Please, please, please.
I could. Though it would be better to learn how to make your own.
Oh, but my crowns always look all... bleh.
Bleh. Anyone can do it with enough practice. Well, perhaps not anyone. But if you find it difficult, you can always ask a friend for help.
Fine, I'll try. So how do I start?
Twist the stem there and wrap it once, but gently.
Well, how did it go? They certainly looked at ease around you.
They were indeed, and I owe it all to you.
This is so sweet.
All I did was brag to them about the magnificent flower crown you made for me.
That's crazy. Mercy's like, all I did was plot and lie to the kids.
How very clever.
Oh, please, I barely did a thing. It was your kindness that won them over.
You are the kind one, Mercedes. Thank you.
Miss Mercedes! Mr. Dedu! Look how far I am.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, look.
Might you teach me how to make one as well, Mr. Dedu?
Certainly.
It would be my pleasure, Miss Mercedes.
Man, oh, that was really sweet. I think both got a star for that, so that's fine. That was cute. That was a really cute little B scene. I really like the slice of life B scenes. Sometimes I like them more than the A scenes, I'm gonna be real with you. We do have to keep going, because I'll tell you what, we could do this for ages, but we still got a chunk of sports to view. I think the rest of these are between Dimitri and Ayla, so let's get this Ash support. Ash, you've earned more than enough stars, but hopefully you don't earn another one now.
Ash. Why, it's already been 1.5 years since you became a knight. Still, it must be difficult working in such unfamiliar lands. Are you doing well?
Yeah, I'm great. Everyone in the capital has been really nice, honestly. If anything, I guess I'm still just unsure if I have what it takes to be a knight.
Oh. Do not give in to doubt. Remember, most knights currently in the service of House Blathed only entered the castle after I became king. You have fought with me for much longer. So in that sense, you have the advantage.
Oh?
Sure, but I'm not nobility. I don't even have a crest. So I want to repay you for appointing me, even if it costs me my life.
Well, that's not what Dimitri wants.
I see. Tell me, Ash, what exactly does knighthood mean to you?
Huh? I'd say knights are loyal to the king, and willing to give their lives to protect the crown and their people. That's right. Right?
I don't know if there's a right answer.
That is indeed what many claim a knight should be. But reality is rarely so rosy. Put bluntly, it is the job of a knight to dispense death.
Oh my gosh.
The code of chivalry emphasizes loyalty, yes. But this is only to ensure knights remain under the complete control of their lords.
Well, I mean, I guess that's true.
I have no quarrel with your dedicating yourself to such a code. But there is no need to stake your life upon it.
There you go.
But
my closest friend was a knight who served the royal family. He was near to my own age, and I admired him greatly.
I'm gonna give one to Dimitri saying, hey, friend, don't throw your life away.
One day, I watched him die. He stood his ground and fought bravely, but his life was snuffed out in the blink of an eye all the same.
You're talking about Felix's brother, right? I remember Lord Rodrigue mentioning him.
His dying screams echo in my mind to this day. My point, Ash, is that there may come a time when you must decide between your loyalty and your life. And though I know this to be a selfish request, when that day comes, I want you to choose life.
And the reason I like this support so much is because on the 2 other routes, that's essentially what Ash says. I was like, Dimitri would want me to choose life. I already said it on one of the other 2 routes. I don't know if he said it on both, but like, that's pretty much what happened.
Even if it means turning my bow against you?
Especially then. If you find yourself unable to follow through, I beg you to leave the battlefield quietly and with all haste. I pray it never comes to that.
Right. I have something to say, though. I don't think that friend who protected you threw his life away because he was a knight. He just wanted to save his best friend.
Even if it meant destroying futures that might have come to pass had he but lived?
Look, I don't know if what he did was right. So if you're asking me not to throw my life away, I promise that I won't. But I don't think it's wrong to fight to the end for someone that you love.
Well put. Perhaps you're right. In any case, I must be off. I have drills I must attend to. After all, I must do everything in my power to be the sort of ruler worthy of such loyalty.
Huh.
You've done more than enough, Your Majesty. We all respect you to the ends of Fodlan.
Man, I was really trying hard to not give Ash a point during that one, because I was very much a Dimitri earns a good noodle star, and then Ash was just like, at the end, he pulled it back, he was like, you forgot who I am, I'm the king of good noodle stars, it's your boy Ash. Oh man, and I don't think we have any more Felix scenes, do we? Oh, we do have another Felix scene. Felix can save himself, because I was gonna say, it's right now, it's a battle between Ash and Felix for the #1 spot. I don't know who's gonna be at the end by the end of the episode, you guys will have to see. I mean, if you're counting, you can figure it out. But otherwise, you're gonna see at the start of the next episode who's in the lead. Bernie. Last time you thought Dimitri was gonna eat you. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why do I feel someone watching me?
Boom, 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 boom. Tell me who's watching. I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Hello, Bernadetta.
What? Yep. Once told me the world was gonna roll me.
Stop. I am not a ghost, and I am not here to scold you. I'm just here to get food because I'm hungry. I was stuck inside all day with work and missed my chance for dinner.
Oh, so you're just like me then.
It's rather difficult being shut inside all the time. I always lose track of the hour.
Yeah, same. But how'd you know I was inside all day today? Oh no. Was this work of yours spying on me?
Oh my gosh.
No. If I had time to spy on people, there wouldn't be piles of documents teetering atop my desk.
Yeesh. That sounds rough. Wait, hold up. Why are you taking all those raw veggies and that dried meat?
Because it's my dinner? Which I missed? I thought I made all of this clear.
Raw veggies? Boy.
What? So you're gonna eat them just like that? Not that there's any problem with that.
Well then, Bernadetta, perhaps we could cook something together.
Cook?
How do we do that?
Yes. You have a bit of talent in the kitchen, right? Maybe you can take this chance to teach me.
Sure, I guess. I mean, if you're gonna insist, then I'll show you just how good I am. I think I heard you like this cheese and spice. The bag!
All right, that should do it. What's the matter, Bernadetta? You seem to be shrinking away.
This happens every time. I dropped every bowl and bag in the kitchen and somehow it turned out great.
I can't do it. I can't cook in front of a stranger.
I hardly think we're strangers at this point, but regardless, it looks fine to me. There's no need for you to be so distraught.
It's not fine. The spice bag ripped and they all fell in, and then I got so flustered I dropped an entire reel of cheese in there. It smells terrible, and I mean really terrible. There's no possible way it's going to taste good. What? Okay, if you force yourself to eat that, you're going to be sick for days.
I'm not forcing myself to do anything. It would be a shame to waste food we made together.
Bro, it's gonna be on the toilet for 3 days straight.
So it's not gross? You don't feel sick or anything? Well, I guess I could try it then. So
See it?
disgusting! How did you even eat it?
Whatever do you mean?
Wait, don't tell me.
He has no sense of taste.
You're eating it as an excuse to say, I hereby sentence you to death for feeding me horrible food!
No.
Do you honestly believe I wander about executing people at will for the smallest transgressions?
I'm not the emperor. Ha 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 ha.
I don't want to die! Let me live!
Too much cheese and spice, is it? I suppose I'll bring her something else for dinner, since she only had one bite of this.
I'm gonna give him a good noodle star for bringing her something else to eat, but Bernie doesn't get it. Bernie's hilarious, but man, I don't know if she's like, you know, the best noodle in the world. So that's all of the Dimitri scenes. So I think we just have the 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess everybody else is us. All right, sure. Let's let's knock them all down. Start with Catherine. Good old Kathy.
What a pain.
What's the pain?
Everything all right, Catherine? Thought I saw Count Karen a second ago.
Yes, I just had to talk to my father about something.
Right.
He wanted to request some of the church's soldiers as reinforcements, but I don't have the authority to make that decision. For the life of me, I can't understand why he'd come to me for something that only Lady Rhea or Dimitri could help him with.
Whoa, wait. Count Karen is your dad?
Yes. Huh. I could have sworn you knew.
No.
Well, I guess you do now. I am, in fact, the daughter of Count Karen of Fargus.
I had no idea. Oh, now that you mention it, you do bear their crest.
Things are complicated with my family, to say the least. But basically, I'm keeping my distance from House Karen for the time being.
Okay.
Right now, I am Catherine, Knight of Saros. No connection to any house or the kingdom.
I see. So you intend to keep serving the church going forward? But what do you think you would do if the church and kingdom broke their alliance?
A foolish question. Obviously, I would side with Lady Rhea.
Yeah, actually, Ayla, that is a foolish question. That is clearly her answer.
It's not a matter of kingdom or church. My allegiance and my sword lies with Lady Rhea and her alone. Though, of course, I would prefer not to fight my friends and family from back home. So it would be ideal for me if the kingdom and church could play nice forever.
That's not gonna happen.
The Archbishop's personal sword, huh? You've got one heavy blade.
What about you? What are you fighting for here? Or is it one of those, I just tripped and fell into it kind of stories?
I feel like our Ayla is past this. No, she's
I've
not.
got a score to settle with someone. Figure I got a better chance of fighting them again if I'm here.
Oh yeah? Must be a formidable opponent, judging by that look on your face.
Aside from that, you might be right. Maybe my coming to Fargus was pure chance.
Yeah?
A civil war broke out in the capital right after I joined the Officers' Academy. By the time things died down, Rhea decided to close the school. That's when Dimitri put me in my current role.
Sounds like you've
'Cause he
had a
became
rough
king.
go of things too. But you're commanding kingdom troops now, right? That's a pretty good step up. I say that as long as you're living life in a way that would make your past self proud, that's enough.
I think that's wise.
Make my past self proud, huh?
Easier said than done, I know. But it can't hurt to try, right? Just keep challenging yourself. You'll get there eventually.
Catherine's on the board. I'm gonna give her a star. I really enjoyed, as long as you're doing things in a way that'll make your past self proud. I think that was neat. Flame, you gonna gaslight us again? If you do, I will give you stars for it. I'm not.
So it's just
not for nothing.
Not under any circumstances?
Wow.
It is not up for debate. This is for your own good, Flame.
I hope it's her
You
brother
okay,
saying we can't
Why
hang
the
out.
long face?
My brother has seen fit to forbid me from going out entirely.
Oh my gosh, and not even from me.
That doesn't
Or
sound
with me,
unusual
rather.
for him. But as long as he doesn't know, what's the harm, right?
A fair point, but my brother truly is concerned for my safety. Perhaps...
It does seem like the church has enemies all over the place these days. So I don't know. I think I get where he's coming from.
As you know, my brother and I have lived in remote and secluded places for a very long time. All we had was each other. Then we went to Garrick Mach and suddenly we were surrounded by all these people. I had hoped to make many friends and listen to their countless tales of all the places I hadn't been. But before I got to really know the people at the Officers' Academy...
Everything went all topsy-turvy, and
Yep.
the academy had to shut down.
Do you remember when we went into town together to look at the latest fashions?
I do.
That was so much fun. I was looking forward to going shopping together again, but perhaps I should just let the whole thing go.
Oh, Flame.
No, don't give up,
Don't
girl.
give up so easily. We're just talking about a little outing here.
Even that would prove tremendously difficult for me. With the church thrown into such chaos, my brother is in a near constant state of agitation.
That's fair.
I must not trouble him further by making him worry about me as well.
You're very kind to your brother, Flame. Just remember, it won't always be like this.
I guess Flame gets a responsibility. Good noodle star.
You think so?
Saturday ain't getting one though.
Absolutely. Wars can't last forever, right? When this war ends and peace returns to Fodlan, taking a shopping trip will be no big deal.
If that is so, then would you be willing to go into town with me again when that day comes?
Sure.
Of course. I'd be happy to keep you company. Or were you keeping me company? I forgot.
It is I who's keeping you company.
With that to look forward to, it should be no trouble to summon a little patience. It is times like this I am grateful you're not a man.
Oh no, imagine how the scene plays out. if you're Atlan instead of Ayla.
What? Oh, you mean because of Sedith?
Yes. I'm not sure my brother will permit me to go anywhere with a man, even when the war is over.
He'll never get to know any men if he doesn't. Are you okay with that?
No, but if I do it anyway and he finds out, I'm sure it would be, as I've said, utterly disastrous.
Hey, no, I'ma help you out.
I'll just have to help you sneak out, won't I?
We're like a big sis.
Oh my, would you really do that? I should have known you would be so bold.
That's so silly. Alright. So we're essentially Flame's big sis, and we're gonna help her sneak out. So we have a net. Oh, I'm curious to see how nets goes. We might save... All four of these might be good, man. Alright, well... Let's start with Felix. I think that has, I guess, the least possibility to be good, but watch it be like a home run, a knock it out of the park. Huh? Oh, we fighting.
What's wrong? Your footwork is even sloppier than usual.
Whoa, hold on.
You noticed that, huh? It's nothing. There's just been a lot on my mind lately is all. And I was kinda lost in thought when you lunged at me, so I couldn't really react too well.
Training isn't the time for idle contemplation. You're worthless as a sparring partner if you let your mind wander. Not to mention that you do the same thing in actual battles.
What?
Getting distracted when you're training is one thing. Do it out there, and the enemy will cut you down without hesitation. We've been through this before. If there's something on your mind, just come out with it already.
We have been through this before with him, actually. I'm gonna tell
I
him.
was just thinking you have a pretty good read on me now, too.
It was obvious something was wrong from the way you were fighting. And this is just payback for last time, so no complaining.
Alright, Felix, fair enough.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not.
If you say so. There's still something I don't understand, though. Where did you learn to fight like that?
I don't know.
You clearly don't move like a knight, but I've never seen a mercenary use those techniques either.
It was Shambhala or something.
I guess you could say I taught myself. I didn't really have one teacher who showed me everything. If anything, I just kind of picked stuff up as I moved from one band of mercs to the next.
That explains it. I was wondering why your style was so hard to read.
It's a mesh of so many different
Both
styles.
knights and mercenaries use a standard set of battle-tested tactics. A book they all play by. But you're not bound to any single convention. I suppose that's what I found strange.
I'm also a dancer now.
It doesn't help that I don't have to draw my sword like everyone else. When I think about it like that, it might have been for the best that I taught myself instead of subscribing to a particular school of thought.
A unique style all your own. Fascinating. Teach me.
I'd be glad to, but I'm the only one who can use my sword. It won't be easy to replicate.
That's for me to decide.
Okay.
If nothing else, I can adapt your moves for my own purposes. The more styles I know, the better.
Oh, have you met AJ? Yeah, I'll teach
If
you.
you say so. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'll do what I can. Oh, and you can teach me in exchange. The more styles, the better, right? You fight sorta like a knight, but also sorta not. I mean that in a good way, of course.
I really like. I think sometimes Ayla's dialogue is just kind of dopey, but it's also refreshing. You fight sorta like a knight, but also sorta not. It's such a dopey line, but I kinda love it.
I'm not sure how to put it.
It is very her.
It's almost like you react to the situation as it plays out. So, yeah. If we can combine our two styles somehow, I bet we'll both end up stronger for it.
Maybe so.
Okay. No stars. No stars. Wait, that was their B support. Oh no. There might be stars. I thought that was their A. I was like, huh. That seemed almost kind of tame for an A support. Oh, here it goes.
He's making a run for it, Felix. Don't let him get away.
Not a chance. He's mine.
Nice work out there. It's a real confidence boost knowing you have my back.
I could say the same for you. Now that I know your style better, I have less trouble predicting your movements.
Glad to hear it. Guess you must have a pretty good read on me by now, huh?
On your sword, perhaps.
Oh?
Here you go again. You know, I've gotten a good grasp on the way you think. It's like you decide on a role for yourself, then do whatever you can to see it through. Of course, the role changes depending on the situation and who's fighting beside you.
Yep.
Sometimes you attack, sometimes you defend.
Right. He explained this earlier.
It's incredible just how versatile you are.
No need for compliments. That's simply how I was taught to be.
I was gonna give Ayla a good noodle star for that, and then I realized, oh wait.
Really? By who?
She's the star assigner.
My father. He may prefer a spear or magic, but he's more than capable with a sword in his hands too.
Right. Makes sense it'd be Rodrigue. His weapon of choice might be different, but he adapts himself to the flow of battle just as well as you do. Probably better, actually.
Uh-oh.
The style didn't start with him, though. It's something the leaders of our house have passed down throughout the ages. House Fraldarius has been the king's lance and shield for generations. Ever since the time of Kaifin, sworn friend of the great King Lug. At times,
King
we've been
Lug!
sent to defeat the crown's enemies. At others, we've held back to defend the throne. I admit the style has its uses, idiotic history of blind faith aside.
Huh. So that's why you fight the way you do. You're indispensable, Felix. Not just to Dimitri, but to everyone else, too.
I suppose if I'm a lance and shield, you would be like some kind of projectile, an arrow or a stone.
I'm a rock. I want your soul, Felix. Huh?
Wait, is that supposed to be a compliment? What's that even mean?
Do you need me to draw you a picture?
Yes.
You're always coming out of nowhere and throwing the enemy off guard. Between that sword of yours and the way you can shapeshift, nobody ever knows what you'll do next.
Fair enough.
Some might say your powers are dangerous, but I think they provide the perfect element of surprise.
Huh. Glad to hear you say so.
There's one fault I can't get past, though. You can never stay focused during battle. It's almost like you're talking to someone while you fight. Someone in your head that...
Oh.
Hey, what's with the smile?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I'm just really happy we've gotten to know each other so well.
He has a really good read on her. Yo, man.
Only a true friend would be that open with their criticism. Thanks, Felix.
Say what you will. That's the last piece of advice I'm ever giving you.
No, it's not.
He wasn't really mad, was he? It's so hard to tell sometimes.
I'm gonna give Felix a good noodle star, but only for being a good deductive reasoning person. Cause you know, he has a really good read on her. Yep, it's just a 3. Y'all, I feel like we are almost 2 hours into this episode. I'm so sorry. I went crazy with supports this time. It's because so many were locked. We had this episode could just be supports.
Some kind of research?
Oh no, it's nothing like that. I've been working on this.
What?
That just looks like a bunch of little black bugs jumping around on a page.
Sheet music. Oh, nice. Okay, so what I think, because this episode has become so long based on all of these supports, I was gonna do the paralogue and the chapter, but I think we might just do the chapter this time, and we'll do the paralogue and a chapter next time, because I doubt we'll have as many supports, because not a ton of them are locked.
Excuse you. It's sheet music. I have no idea how you could possibly think the notes look like bugs.
Sorry. It's just, I don't think I've ever actually seen sheet music before. Does this mean you're writing a new song?
Mm-hmm. A lovely tune popped into my head today, so I wanted to jot it down before I forgot.
Can I hear it?
Mind singing it for me? I'd love to know what kind of song it is.
Nope, sorry. I'm not done writing the lyrics yet. I have a rough outline, but that's about it so far. Still, I want to write something happy. A song that'll make people feel good when they sing it.
Okay.
That sounds great. I can't wait till it's finished.
Hey, do you remember the song I wrote about that night?
Yes.
Night? Oh, you mean the horse with the human... Yeah, the song about the night, of course.
Well, I heard someone singing it again.
Oh?
Look, Annette, I know you're upset I let it slip, but what's done is done.
I didn't mean it like that. I heard a mercenary singing it to himself as he died.
Oh man, that's crazy!
He was covered in blood and could hardly breathe. Yet he had this great big smile on his face as the words crossed his lips. He must have been in so much pain. But still, he just kept smiling.
Probably thinking back to all the times he spent drinking and singing with his friends. Soldiers always throw the wildest parties after a battle.
Oh man.
The sort of thing where you can find knights and mercs alike locking arms and belting out tunes.
Maybe. Anyway, I've been thinking about that mercenary a lot ever since he passed. I never wanted that song out in the world, and I'm honestly still not happy about it. But it helped him face his final moments with a smile, instead of sadness or fear. And I'm forever grateful I could provide that.
I really hate to say kill him with a smile. But you know what?
It's
Poor
like I told
guy.
you before, Annette.
But
your songs can really help people.
it did help him in his final
I'm
moments.
sure tons more took comfort in that song too, including me. Whenever I'm feeling down, I just think about one of your silly songs and I'm right back in high spirits.
Well, don't call them silly.
Silly? Are you implying my lyrics aren't serious? No, never mind. I'll choose to take it as a compliment. And hey, if my songs really help people that much, I better get to work writing lots of new ones.
Yo, I can't wait for the Annette album.
There you go.
She should have joined the
What's
Fulgence.
this next one gonna be about?
She's gotta have a feature.
Well, right now I'm planning to make it be about a group of friends who dig into a huge feast together. They keep churning out dish after delicious dish, and everyone's faces are alight with laughter and joy.
Wow. I'm getting hungry just hearing about it.
Right?
Right? Then once all the
Right.
food runs out, they go off hunting for ingredients so they can cook up some more.
Okay.
But uh-oh, they come across a ginormous bear and have to battle it to the death.
Yo, it kind of sounds like she wrote the she's like a Weird Al or whoever did the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. This is Annette's calling.
A death match with a bear? I thought this was supposed to be a happy song about a feast. Guess I shouldn't judge it before it's done. Just let me know when you're finished, okay? I want to be the first in line to hear it.
So I can sing it all around the camp.
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna give Annette 1. Just for, I think the line, I better get to writing. Just seeing like the dying merchant singer song to kind of go in peace. I think that's good, and that encouraging to write a lot more songs is good Noodle Star worthy. Uh-oh.
Total mess. My feet are killing me.
Squire.
We need to stay in peak shape, though. You never know when we might get tossed into a battle.
True. We've got to be ready for anything.
Mercedes? You daydreaming again? Gotta say, you've been acting all kinds of weird lately.
Have I? I feel perfectly fine, I assure
Was she
you.
actually daydreaming? Were there not actually like soldiers in the training camp?
Are you sure? Back when we had that tea party, you looked so, I don't know, sad.
I suppose I can't hide anything from you.
Oh, you know it is what it is.
Things like tea parties with dear friends or seeing the trainees work so hard to improve.
Okay, so there were people there. It wasn't just her imagination.
It reminds me of how things were before the war, if just for a moment.
You mean back at the academy?
Yes. And before that, when I lived with my mother and my little brother. It also reminds me of the time I spent studying with friends at the School of Sorcery in the capital. Things may not have been easy then, but I would give anything to return to those days.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen you get this sentimental about something.
I don't know. I feel like well, maybe, because I think she's usually just like, I don't want to call her Mercedes-ness a facade, but I do think she hides some of her more somber emotions and puts on a front that's just like, hey, everything will be okay, blah, blah, blah.
The feeling surprises even me. All my years, I've gone wherever the current of life chose to sweep me. In truth, I used to think nothing ever went precisely how I wanted it to.
Dang.
But looking back now, I realized just how joyous all those moments really were. And yes, I'm aware it isn't good to dwell so heavily on the past, but I can't seem to help myself.
I'm gonna reassure her.
It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with getting sentimental.
As long as you don't make Arval say sentimentality. Who's Arval? Don't worry about it.
Nobody's gonna judge you for reliving one or two good memories every now and then.
Thank you, truly. You're such a kind person.
You know, if I had good Noodle Stars, I'd be off the charts.
Still, you shouldn't keep all your emotions bottled up like that. We might not go back to the peace of the old days anytime soon, but we can still have tea parties. I'm always here to listen if you ever need to get something off your chest, Mercedes.
You mean that? I'm so glad to hear it. In that case, why don't we have one right now?
I got tea in my pockets and snacks in my other pockets.
Sure, I don't mind.
And I don't even have pockets.
Because I used the money I'd been saving up to buy some more ingredients. Remember how we were talking about all those different kinds of delicious fruit desserts before? Well, I went ahead and whipped some up.
I can never turn down an invitation like that. Can't wait to see what you came up with.
Alright, Mercy will take one too. She made us fruit desserts. How can I not give her one for fruit desserts? A lot of people crossing 10 this episode, actually. And last but not least, it is our boy. Before we do the chapter, it's been a long road to get here. Dedu, Ayla, take us home.
Did you, sir? We'd like to hear your opinion on the matter we discussed earlier.
Regarding Count Karen, as
Count
I
Karen.
discussed with Gustav.
That's the dad of Catherine.
Looks like things are finally changing, Dedu. They've really started warming up to you, huh?
There we go.
They have. That soldier I was speaking to lost his mother in Dusker. She was a knight of the kingdom. Naturally, his feelings toward me were complicated.
You arguing? Can't imagine what that looks like.
I thought it better than just letting him hurl abuse at me.
Fair enough.
Such a reaction was surprising for me as well. But now we have fought together, worried together, faced death together. I have shown him what I'm capable of, and he has come to trust me in turn.
Good.
Nice. Sounds like you really earned his respect then.
Strange. Why are you so happy for me?
Because you're my boy. I want you to get some more stars, my dude. I'll explain.
Because we're friends. And friends are happy for each other when good stuff happens to them.
Are they?
Yeah.
Anyway, now you've just got to keep it going and get even more people to trust you. Same goes for me. And Dimitri while we're at it.
You're right.
In the meantime, I'm gonna keep winning battles until I prove myself to you once and for all. So make sure you keep an eye on me out there, Dedu. Because I'm gonna be the most valuable fighter we've got. What? What's so funny?
Nothing. I look forward to your performance.
Okay.
But you already have my trust. No matter your origin or identity.
I already do. You got one. It's all yours. Huh? Best for you.
Really? You never know when I might betray you and turn my sword on Dimitri, though. Not to mention this weird power I have. Can you seriously say you trust me with that in mind?
Your power is concerning, but it does not define you. I'm sure you would not so easily betray His Majesty or myself. But know that if you do, I will cut you down without hesitation.
Hey, you know what? He keeping it real. I'm gonna give him another one. With a smile on his face.
That's who I am. You must understand by now.
Correct.
Weird way to tell me you trust me, but it's got "Dedu" written all over it. I'm honored.
We couldn't have ended that any better. I love that. You would not betray us so easily, and your power does not define you. But if you do, I will cut you down without hesitation. Is wild. And I adore him for it. I'm gonna go and split the episode because we have literally been going for about 2 hours, and we are not at the map. So, before I do, let me very quickly... Now, everybody's trained up enough. If we roll somebody bad, we roll somebody bad. It is what it is. We got so many good people that it'll be fine. We're gonna get the wheel, actually. Boo doo 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 boo doo 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 doo. Where is our wheel? Because yeah, next time we will be doing it. It's unfortunate because I really wanted to do this this Ash, Yuri, Catherine paralog. Because I'm like, oh man, Yuri and Ash. Oh boy, Catherine mixed in there too, and I was like, oh, she got good hair, which is wild because I don't think they really captured her hair right in her actual like drawings, her sprites. I digress though. We're gonna do the chapter this time, and just the chapter because this has already been cooking for a little bit. So let's go ahead and split the recording, and we'll start here, and we will be getting on with it. Cool, so let's do it. Here we go. We have, officially, and I started to bring up the wheel and then didn't. Mainly because I know I need to add the 3 people from the the Alliance, so, pardon me, that we just got. And they are 1, 2, 3. We also got Yuri and we got Catherine too. Gonna change that one from green to something else. While we're doing that, I guess we can now return to the camp. We can start this. Go ahead. I'm gonna go start typing some names in. Lawrence.
This one's been leveled too. Every last house in the village reduced to ash. This one's been leveled too.
I did not mean to do that. I wanted to auto-advance, so I can type and listen.
Our first push into enemy territory. And all we have to show for it is the charred remains of people's lives.
Oh man, wait, that
The
hits.
neighboring village was plundered as well. There must have been Imperial soldiers stationed nearby.
What is it, Dimitri?
I don't understand. Why would they do this? Were they trying to stop us from retrieving supplies from these villages? Were they that adamant that we not establish a base here? In a sense, are we responsible for this?
No, of course not.
The fiends oppressed this region heavily. Setting it alight was no far step beyond that.
Looked like they raised the fields, too.
What wrong had these people committed to deserve such barbarity, such mindless slaughter? And what sort of foul creature would carry it out?
Oof. Yeah, no, that always hits hard for Dimitri, and it kind of hits hard for me too. I think it would hit hard for anybody, any leader.
All the villagers too. This isn't
Not even just any
usually
leader,
how
anybody.
Empire does stuff. Sure, their methods have always been pretty rough, but never downright cruel like this.
Agreed. Perhaps this is the result of their failure at Aryan Road.
Or their new management.
This devastation, this blackened earth. Can this truly be the world she hopes to create?
She's not in charge anymore.
I suspect Edelgard is no more than a mere puppet now.
I'll be real, that is more true than you know.
Or perhaps a victim of whatever befell Tomas.
You may just be right.
Urgent news, Your Majesty. The Western Church has launched a surprise attack on our rear flank.
I see. And what of our losses?
Minimal as of yet, but the enemy makes to join up with the Imperial Army and strike again.
What's the call, Dimitri?
I'd like to push on, but it seems we will have to put that on hold for now. The Western Church comes first.
Sounds like a plan to me. Wait, what? I love that, actually. I love that we had the thing here, and because we got rear-ended, essentially, we have to come back here. That's fast. I like that. Oh, that's neat. They hadn't done that before. I think that's, like, a really good usage of this map and a really good usage of, like, the general storytelling. Good, yeah. That's awesome. That's super cool. I wish they had done that more. But I guess, you know, they don't want to, like, you know, overdo it, because now that felt special.
But why would the Western Church form an army now of all times?
I know they've had many disagreements with the Central Church over the years, but that doesn't explain the timing.
The answer may lie in the reports that some of Cornelia's associates have been seen among their ranks.
Interesting. The Western Church infiltrated by the very foe we hope to strike down. An organization devoted to the salvation of all, overtaken by another dedicated to nothing but chaos. Now there's some irony.
I guess it depends on what happened when. But if the Western Church has been rubbing elbows with Cornelia's people this whole time, they might have played a role of their own in the tragedy of Dusker.
Yeah.
Indeed, I believe the situation holds many hidden truths. Ones we may never have imagined until this very moment.
Ooh. Sad look in the eyes. Huh?
Cornelia? Tallis? They've been pulling
Fails.
the strings this whole time. But what's that mean for me? My power is the exact same as theirs.
It's certainly a puzzle, yes. A quandary even I don't hold the answer to. Perhaps you're related somehow.
Those are your cousins.
Though bearing similar abilities doesn't necessarily make you their kin.
Right.
The good news is, some of them will be in this very battle. Perhaps you can seek out the truth yourself.
Neat. Alright, you know what it is, huh? Well, hold on. Yeah, it is Baltus, huh? So we only have 40 more. Yeah, we definitely want some healers out there. Yeah, we want to seal that off, too. Yep, because I don't really care about either of those two, and that's fine. Cool. So, who are we bringing? Let's roll 3 people. Y'all know what it is. It is time for the wheel. It's time for the wheel. Time for the wheel. Time for the wheel. Nope, that's the good noodle star. Time for the wheel. Time for the wheel. Yeah, cut that bad boy on real quick. Let's do 3 spins real quick. Who's coming along? Come along with me to a place. Okay, well, it's Sedith. I think I accidentally made Sedith a dancer. I did not mean to make him a dancer yet, so I might switch his class back. Where is he? Sedith? Sedith? There he is.
Shall stand in my path.
Yeah, don't worry, Sedith. I'm gonna fix you up. You're gonna be probably an axe user. Flying axe just like you were before. We got Miss D, Dorothea back in, Dorothea back in action. Miss D, where are you? Yeah, we get to see her dancer gear. Excellent, because her dancer gear is pretty. I kind of like it. It's pretty dope. And last but not least, who do we got? Burn or Lawrence? Lawrence. Cool. Lawrence, who's just good in general.
I will show you true nobility.
And I don't feel bad about using like these people too much anymore because everybody is, except for like Ayla, everybody is like at the very least the same level as these enemies because we're now at like 72 and Lawrence is like 72. Yeah. I think he's the highest outside of like Marianne. So I know Happy and I'd like to bring him just for the sake of it. You. I'm gonna convoy you real quick. We are going to change your class back to big boy here. Yeah, you can take one of the Aurora shields actually, since you're flying. That's probably for the best. And, you know, you can have something here. Just take a little, some of these, I guess. And that's great. So he'll be on that side. Dorothy can be on that side too. I like to have Ash coming along. He's a dancer now, I guess. So you know, he can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. I would like a little bit of diversity, so I'd like to put an archer out there. So let's go ahead and put Iggy out there.
I'll do my best.
We have a lance and axe. We have a swords. We have a mage. We don't have a boxer or a throw handser. So maybe we'll take out you and put in Dedu.
I will do what I must.
Great. Okay. And everybody who we have is pretty well leveled, so I'm okay with this. Shall we? Let's just do it. Go and save real quick. I'm getting like, I don't know, I hope you guys couldn't hear the vibrations of my phone. Usually I have it on silent. Thank you. But you know, it's like, I think I've talked about this for the many years that we've been on this channel. Then March is like the month that we have a whole bunch of birthdays in my family, so it's usually a bunch of group chats saying, hey, we're celebrating X on this day, or I'm celebrating Y on this day, so yeah. That's what it is, what it is. That being said, let's go and fight, because we've had a long episode so far, and I need to get the wheel off of your screens, don't I?
I thought this was the Western Church's army.
Here, let me just make sure that it
with all
doesn't come
those
back up.
outside
There we go.
forces, Imperial and otherwise.
We must help these people, and quickly. We can focus on gaining territory afterward. Our priority is granting the local citizens.
I don't think I put Yuri or Happy in, and I meant
We
to.
must start by capturing the nearby strongholds.
Absolutely meant to. Whoops. Alright, Jessica. You're gonna have to tell me what those ones are. Is he a gatekeeper maybe? Yeah, he is.
Shall we? I must succeed.
Leave this one to me. That's
I'm gonna
my
actually
cue.
control her shortly. I would like you two to hang out together just
We
because.
will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
In fact, I'm low key just gonna assign, because you guys are so close to your A support, and I would like to get it.
Now it is my turn.
I was gonna say they're not gonna beat you.
I think this will go well.
They're not gonna beat you either.
Prepared to see this through.
I'll do my best.
You can help her, and I think everybody's going somewhere now, which is great.
Not a problem. I've got this.
And I'm gonna control Dorothea,
That's
so you guys can see her dancer outfit. Look at the colors. The colors looking good on her. All right, well they paused it right in the middle of a magic attack. Yeah, I understand. We'll seize those things. It's fine.
Here already? Loot whatever you can.
Get a load of this guy here for the wrong job. Who made him an Imperial General anyway?
Oh, Baltus, where are you? I'm just double checking to see if anybody's done yet. He's just still taking a sweet time to get over there. Okay, we're dancing, we're dancing. I mean, I guess at this point you could take, or you couldn't go there. Oh, we got some people to save. Actually. So here's the thing, you can actually go and save this person immediately.
That's my cue.
I'm gonna, oh, I can't control you. I can control you though.
Onward! You cannot resist.
You cannot resist. The flick of the wrist. Thank you. I was gonna say, he actually might still be alive. He might get another hit or two. Good job. Alright, so now you can get into here. And you can start hitting that guy. Actually, Lawrence, or is it you? You're super effective against him. So I want you to go up here, and I'm actually gonna send you back down here to finish this guy off.
I must succeed.
I'm gonna turn into you, and then I'm going to help Dimitri out up there. Alright, and now we move up.
One stronghold secured. We must now capture another.
But this isn't even Kingdom territory. What would embolden them to do such things?
I'd rather be attacking than defending, but I still find this whole affair to be very annoying.
Not a problem.
Alright, I'm gonna send the both of you up here, because, oh my gosh, that person's a little bit hurt. A little bit hurting. Y'all go up there quick.
To the best of our ability.
Here goes.
My problem is I can't change into Ignatz, but I do trust that he's gonna do a good job. There you go. She's a good dancer, not for nothing.
Let us crush their defenses.
Leave this
I don't know what happens to you, but I'm just gonna say, hey, protect you, I guess. Y'all gotta be close to done over here. I'm gonna change into Lawrence real quick. Good job.
Yeah, right. You can have your dirty money back. Find someone else for this job.
Okay, well, you know what? Baltus, oh, Baltus is all the way up there. Do we need to help Baltus? It looks like he's still fine.
And do as you're told, Murph. Or I could always cut you to pieces if you can't follow orders.
Whoa, don't cut him to pieces.
Now it is my turn.
I'm okay with you coming up here to help, since I can actually control you.
My turn.
Stand down.
My duty calls.
And if I can do this, I can send you somewhere else. Thank you. Because you're going to be helpful up here, and it looks like you can actually get here, so go up there.
I must succeed.
Sure, I'm okay with that. Ash, you were just dancing around somewhere, aren't you? You can go and help them. I guess.
I'm a little nervous about this.
It is tantamount to death for these people should these strongholds fall. We must keep them secure.
We made it. Come on, we have to help the others.
Good job. Well, we helped all of them.
I think that's all of them. No matter what happens from here on out, we have to keep them safe.
It's a lot of effort. So we want to make sure they don't get routed, which is unfortunate.
Leave this one to me.
Can you heal? Because I feel like this one should, yeah. I'm going to send you over there to heal that one. I'm going to control setups for just a second.
Saved as many as we possibly could. Now we need to see them safely evacuated to the strongholds outside the fortress.
Okay, they are retreating. That's what I wanted to see. I was afraid that they were not going to retreat, which would have been, you know, silly,
I think this
but you
will
know.
go well. I'm prepared to see this.
Now it is I will aid you.
Great. Dimitri, you hang out with this one.
I will move to assist.
Unfortunately, that one will be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Interfere! Not on my watch. You fools will get what you deserve.
We have a squad of healers in reserve. They should be able to provide aid to injured citizens.
Oh, right, we have heal the citizens. Whoops. I forgot. I was like, yo, we need some healers out here. And then I was like, Dorothea can heal? No, I have a thing for that. Whoops. Did you ever heal that person? You did. Good job. Proud of you.
Leave this one to me.
I don't know where I want you then, to be honest.
Goes against the Merc code.
It's too late to have morals now. We're paying you to kill. So you buckle down and do it. All right.
You buckle down and do it is crazy.
Please, heal them.
Please, heal them. Uh-oh. Hey, who gonna heal me?
That grants us some peace of mind for a little while.
It should. Oh my gosh.
Not a problem.
Alright, well, you get them. Because honestly, you
Leave this one
aren't
too.
going to be
That's my
super... I
cue.
mean, you'll be helpful enough against them, I guess. I can just switch to Lawrence, actually, and probably pop an A and get over here close to me. Thank you. Alright. I was going to say, he was built... Although I think I might have switched his weapons with other people. Since he's, like, no longer, you know, a main member of our party since we really left the Alliance. So, you know, it's been a long time, Lawrence. Yeah, look at these rose tornadoes, that's crazy. Nice, that looks to be enough. Give me this, and give me all that. Alright. You continue to help that person.
My duty calls. Ready the ballistic. Let's see them off with
Yeah, I was about to be like, oh gosh, there's some flyers over here. That's not gonna matter anymore. Awesome that that's happening to me. That's fine. I have some extra people who can handle this. You go over here.
Nervous about this.
You'll be fine. Calm down.
I'm prepared to see this through.
Good. Proud of you. Ayla, I'm surprised you haven't finished the job over there, but I'm gonna finish the job as you.
We should split up and take them down.
That's fine.
Get out of here, Mediday. I said I'm leaving.
And I said, you're going nowhere. You'll stay put and watch these peasants die.
Yo, is nobody keeping him updated? These peasants aren't dying. I don't know who's out here supposed to be updating this man, but they're doing a bad job.
We should reach out before things escalate any further.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Well, hold on. I need you to...
Thanks a bunch.
Leave
Hey,
this
honestly,
one
you
to
heal me.
That's my cue.
How are y'all doing? Not super duper great.
Not a problem.
I don't think we're gonna get any more attacks, so that's fine. Oh, the other one already went to safety. Yeah, you go over here.
There is nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, great.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
I guess we'll just continue to control us. Should be able to get there pretty quickly. Aid and recruit Balthus? Well, how am I supposed to get up there? It's blocked off. Thanks.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say the citizens are all about to arrive, so it's gonna be kind of whatever.
You're letting them get away. I'm not done feasting on the fear in their eyes yet.
Oh my gosh. Man's crazy. Hello, dancer coming through. Let me dance on you. We can dance if you want to. No, we can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine.
The people should be safe in the strongholds for now, but we must keep defending them to the very end.
Yeah, I understand, but we have a thing, right? And I say,
They've all escaped! Guess it's time to finish this myself! You like that?
it's about time you open these gates.
Not a problem.
Hey, get up there. He'll be alright.
I've got this.
Now
You can go up there too, because you're super effective.
There is nothing I cannot
You
do.
are not super effective, but we have somebody else who's super effective up there, right? Yeah,
We
you.
will proceed as
I was gonna
planned.
say you're in here.
We must
I was gonna.
strive
We got
to
another
perform
lancer
to the
somewhere.
best of our ability.
All right.
The big bad's on the field now. Don't take your eyes off the strongholds.
I'm gonna go
This
ahead
is our chance
and-
to take him down.
Yeah, control you. I'm actually going to send you down here just in case.
Got this.
That traitor Merc still needs to be dealt with. Get him!
So that's how it's gonna be, huh? Don't think I'll just take this.
Ooh, hold on.
We will proceed as planned.
You go and actually start attacking him. I'll clear out up here.
And what an offensive sight!
Oh yeah, a little bit of that, a little bit. Oh yeah.
We should
Oh dang, y'all aren't done
close the
yet.
gates to the strongholds that are sheltering the evacuees.
Yeah, I know. Let's go close the gates.
We did it! We've created a safe path forward.
You shall not get in my way!
Stand down!
Do it now. Close the gates.
Hot dummies. You're like, for real, what are they gonna do now?
Now that the people are safe, impress the enemy with no holds barred.
Hey, wait, did he say no holds barred? Yeah, we got you. I think we literally have you. I think you're safe now.
Thanks for the rescue.
No problem.
What was I thinking? Taking a job working under those jerks.
Perhaps you'd like to join us instead, then. We can make it worth your while.
Sure, why not? You mind if I get a breather first, though? It's been a rough one.
Alright, well, it's about to be I Am My Kingdom in a second. Unfortunately, I'm not Dimitri.
But I wasn't done torturing them. You'll just have to take their place.
I'm so sorry that that's not going to happen.
Greatness demands it!
Lawrence, this is your kingdom. You know, it's unfortunate that I don't have any like weapon attacks left because that man's a super dead. Good night, sweet Matodi.
Wait. If it's money you want, I'll split the loot.
Yeah, good night, sweet prince. We still have something to do here. So if whatever they want to do here...
We need to hurry and get the rest.
What's the rest? Oh, are we supposed to defeat these guys? Oh, whoops.
I'll do my best.
That's fine, I guess. Yeah, sure, we'll fight them.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see this through.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
Oh, I can't switch characters yet.
What an offensive sight!
Well, now I'll be able to. His clock is gone. Man, I'm really beating up that torch. Okay, oh wait, hold on. You're hurting a little bit. Who are you even fighting? You were fighting somebody who have a... You can go up here.
I must succeed.
We will proceed as planned.
That's fine. Let me just switch to Ayla. Ayla, clean up down here. That's why I put you here.
My turn. I'm not gonna die here.
Hey, if you don't get over here...
Charge!
Oh my gosh, an assassin is striking the eastern front. No, he's not. Do I have anybody that I control on the other side over here? No, I don't. I'm gonna have to run over there, man.
Let us crush their defenses.
And my thing is, it's really fine. Oh, wait a minute. I just shadow slide over here. What am I doing? Yeah, put me over here. I'm about to pop over here and hit A immediately. Hey guys, wham!
I've got you now.
Like, it'll take me ages to get over there. Wrong.
Passes for an imperial general these days.
Ultimately, Metaday, you were no
Metaday.
better than a stupid beast.
You mean Matodi, right?
Draw.
Yeah, but when is he gonna open those gates? Mycen! Oh!
Liberator of humankind from the control of filthy vermin.
I'm sorry, Mycen, we've kind of murdered you a couple of times. I really hate to be that guy, but now that I've remembered Shadow Slide exists, I'm just gonna go up here real quick and kill him.
That guy's the brains behind all this. Don't let him get away.
Yeah, I don't plan to. He's gonna turn this corner and be met with a terrible surprise. Hey, what's up, boy? That's him, right? I did get him, right? He was in this group, right? I don't know if he was. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Ooh.
We must keep the people safe. Whatever happens, protect our strongholds.
Get over here, Mycen.
This wasn't what I said. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I feel like I don't do that a lot with her, unfortunately. I feel like I should. Yo, she styled on him at the end. She was like, bam, wham, bam. I'm sorry. Okay, never mind. I can't attack anymore, so it's over. Nobody's getting away. Everybody's done. I didn't. Oh, there was a side mission? Yikes. Well, about that.
I suppose we cannot make any more gains here. No sense in sticking around.
Hey, I thought I killed you. Unless.
Mycen, was it?
What's that supposed to mean? Give me
Your
this.
efforts saved countless lives today.
Dang right they did, Dimitri. Hey, you said hold my head high. Yeah, I know they were gonna give me a C for enemies defeated. I kind of just ran through that. We rolled high characters, so it was kind of hard for me to, like, pace myself. That's the one thing about the wheel, you know? And the fact that we always have Ayla in the party. I guess we could just reset Ayla, but I'm not doing that. Forget that. Baltus, yay! I wonder if Baltus has any scenes with anybody from the kingdom.
Where are you, Mycen?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Mycen. Pong pong. I believe in the twisted.
Why? Why do you wield the power of Epimenides?
Hey, what'd you say about my kidneys?
Epimenides?
No, you said something about your kidneys.
Tell me, where did you obtain it? Unless his core.
His what? What are you even talking about? The power I got from Arvel?
I'm not sensing his presence anymore. Mycen has fled.
Arvel, what you know about Epimenides?
Yeah, and left us with nothing but questions. I didn't get a word of what he was saying.
I do like that this is the only time in any of the stories that Epimenides is mentioned outside of, like, the triple thing, I think.
Afraid the same goes for me. That was all quite perplexing indeed.
Either way, it's clear as day we're connected somehow. Arvel, this power of yours, it's more dangerous than you've been letting on.
You think? I have to say, you've handled it with some serious aplomb these past few years. If you ask me, I see no reason to start fearing it now. The strength I've given you has saved countless lives, and you know it. Don't you remember what Dimitri said? Power itself is neutral. The good or evil comes from the one who wields it. So I say,
So what if I can't
keep
wield it
using
anymore?
both to protect your friends and to finally defeat the Ashen Demon.
So here's the problem.
Got something on your mind? You seemed oh so distracted during your training today.
We'll continue. We'll talk about it
Yeah.
later.
It's kind of hard to just move on after what Myson said to me. Speaking of, he mentioned my power coming from some guy named Epimenides. Part of me wonders if that's not somehow referring to you, Arval.
It is.
I can't say for sure. The whole no memories thing, remember?
Right. I guess neither of us really know the truth about ourselves.
And I don't care to. Not now, anyway. There's an order all this should be done in. Priorities that take hold. If you let yourself get distracted by every shiny new object that comes along, you'll never reach your goal.
Which is what exactly? Wait, don't tell me.
Don't tell me. Defeat the Ashen Demon.
Defeating the Ashen Demon. Everything starts from there. You can think for the rest of time if you want, but you'll never discover the truth with only the information you have now. Not to mention that ending that fiend is the best and only way to protect the new friends you adore so much.
Or we become friends with the Ashen Demon too.
Yeah, you're probably right.
His Majesty requests your presence.
Oh, don't worry. I was just talking about head voice.
Lord Rodrigue has just arrived.
He's back.
We hope to discuss strategy.
I sure hope he doesn't
Got
die.
it. I'll be right over.
See, I like that there's more concern from Arval about what that really means about him and his
The
past,
Western Church's
and what he
assault
doesn't
does not
remember.
appear to have meaningfully hampered the kingdom's progress.
Glad to hear it. We'd better make sure we can keep up.
It sounds like everyone's pulling their weight over there too. Ah, what a relief.
But Claude, what do you propose we actually do? Crossing the Great Bridge of Murden will only land us square in Burgley's territory, home to the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs himself.
I don't get how we can invade the Empire without losing a ton of people.
Simple. We don't really invade. All we have to do is make it look like we will. I told Dimitri the same thing. Remember, Garrick Mach is the actual prize here. If we get dragged into a mud fight deep in their territory, pulling out won't be an option.
Right.
The most important thing is convincing them they need to keep a nice big flock of troops stationed to defend the Eastern Front.
And how do we do that?
How else? We use the many-headed snake.
Ugh, gross. I don't like the sound of this.
Medusa?
Don't worry, that's just the name of the strategy. It's an old trick they used to pull at East of Fodlan. Imagine our army's a many-headed snake, striking at a bunch of different targets all at once, meaning not just the Great Bridge of Murden, but every other bridge that spans the Aramid too. The second the Empire starts trying to sever any one head in particular, we pull it back and redouble our efforts from the others.
A plan as arrogant and brazen as our leader himself, and yet an effective one to hear tell of it. At any rate, my opinion bears little weight in this chamber. I leave the decision to you.
We need to consider all our options here. If we really do reclaim Garrick Mach, Fodlan will undoubtedly change. And when it does, our army needs the strength to greet whatever horizon awaits.
Correct. That is a smart leader. That is a smart way to think about it. That being said, it's the next chapter. Reprisal.
Azure Gleam. Reprisal. Having repelled the forces of the Western Church, the Kingdom and Alliance armies joined together to launch a large-scale coordinated attack on the Empire. Preparing to assault a key Imperial position, the Kingdom army uses northeastern Garrick territory as a bridgehead to press further south. Meanwhile, a reliable ally returns to their side.
I wonder who our duo for the final battle is going to be, because last time we had the Twin Jewels of the Empire, the first time we had Claude and,
I understand matters have begun to settle down in the West.
Claude and Lawrence. I wonder if it's like Dimitri and Dedu. I mean, like, that's what I'm rooting for, but I could see it being like, I don't know, Dedu Felix, Mercy Annette. I doubt that's going to be the case. I think the strongest shout is Dedu and Dimitri. That would be my guess.
They have.
It took more than a few lengthy inquiries, but I believe we finally excised the foul seed of discord from our soil.
Good.
And the changes at the top of houses Gideon, Mateus, and Elidor should ensure it never takes root again.
I will say, whatever it is that we need for that to take effect, we will actually be bringing those units, because, you know, the Twin Jewels thing was hilarious.
So they're keeping their territories.
They made it to the AWE because of
They've
that.
expected us to remove them completely.
I talked to Sundavy immediately. I was like, hey, hear me out. Twin Jewels, baby. And he said, that's hilarious. And I said, yeah, hilarious.
Done. Our prior situation with House Kleiman took time as well.
Yes. Replacing the head of a territory always brings dissenters crawling out of the woodwork to oppose it. Be they
At least now we won't have to worry about
Nobles
our
are
land
commoners,
descending into chaos behind us. We can't just keep repeating the same mistakes. I must say, though, I'm surprised this all went as smoothly as it did.
I did used to be the eminent Duke Fraldarius, remember? I have just a bit of experience with these things.
In any case, we must turn our gaze eastward. How's the
Rodriguez
Alliance
a
holding
handsome
up?
man.
According to Gustav's report, Claude is holding out for the perfect opportunity to advance his army. Naturally, they don't favor their chances in a head-on clash with the famed Count Burgleys. So, for the time being, they intend to feign a deadlock and slowly dwindle away the enemy forces.
It seems the decision to reclaim the monastery was a shrewd one, then. It's our best path forward.
I know we're slated to advance on Hevring territory, but shouldn't we hold off till the Alliance can come help us too?
No. On the contrary. If we can show our individual might warrants attention, the Empire will have no choice but to dispatch more troops west, which should, in turn, ease the burden on the Alliance and their army. Claude and I agreed to as much.
The real question is whether we can even trust him. It's impossible to tell if you ask me.
That's fair.
If anything,
That's fair.
he might be trying to wear us down. Soften us up so he can beat the stuffing out of us later.
I doubt he would do something like that. At least, not in the midst of pursuing the same goal.
Well.
But you're right. Claude's tricky to pin down. You can never really tell what he's plotting.
I don't believe we can be too cautious here. We should consider every possible angle.
Agreed. But if the Alliance does try anything, Gustav and the Knights of Seros should be more than enough to thwart their plans.
Fair enough.
For now, though, we march on. Ready your units.
Yo, and I look so worried in the background. But my dad.
So, we finally take aim at the Empire in earnest.
Yes. We must finish this swiftly, for the sake of all those caught in the middle.
If you don't mind me asking, Your Majesty, do you have it within you to topple the Emperor?
Ooh.
I speak not of military prowess, nor the strength of our army. No. I speak of your emotions.
He's got a point. I mean, she's your stepsister. Anyone would hesitate to cut down their own family.
Didn't we start this game by him cutting down his own family?
She is an old friend as well. Though I doubt she has any recollection of it now. Rodrigue, do you truly think my hand will waver? I, who cleaved my own uncle's head from his shoulders?
Right.
Now, seeing as the Empire was involved in the tragedy of Dusker, there is still much I must ask of her.
I'm not sure if there's much she can answer
In a way,
at this point.
she and I are no different. Starting wars of our own volition, sending countless innocent lives to the feet of the goddess. However noble one's reasoning may be, a deed like that cannot go unpunished. And if she refuses to yield, then as a king, and one seeking revenge at that, I will take her life.
I'm pleased to hear it. Oh, that reminds me. I meant to give you this earlier.
It's a Merc whistle, imagine. It's a letter.
A letter?
One from Lady Patricia. I uncovered it during our inquiry of Viscount Elidor.
From my stepmother.
Yeah, I was going to say, hold on.
Forgive the intrusion, but I have already examined its contents.
Oh.
The letter contains no new information of note. That said, I expect you'll find the subject matter quite disturbing indeed, Your Majesty.
Oh?
I see. I will read it later then.
Oh, you'll go read it now? Now we're all in the edges of our seats like, huh? Oh, okay, never mind. He must have read it.
Have you read that letter from your stepmom yet?
Yes, I have.
Alright, Ayla Nosy.
It was a missive requesting the then Viscount Elidor's cooperation in her conspiracy against my father. She claimed he would have much to gain from the king's elimination, all while shrewdly expressing sympathy with his objections to the reforms.
Okay.
I had it investigated for signs of forgery as a precaution. But such a search returned nothing. The letter is authentic.
Meaning your stepmom was a willing participant in the tragedy of Dusker.
Now, here's the thing. Was this, like, actually his stepmom? Or was this, like, the stepmom that was killed and taken... Not taken over, but, you know, like, disguised as a member of the Twisted?
She sent so many to die, and would have done the same to her own stepson if all had gone according to plan.
All out of the desire to see her daughter again. Or so Cornelius said.
Well, if that's the case...
The wretch's words deserve little weight. But I believe she spoke true. In every memory I hold of my stepmother, she was always looking past me.
Dang.
As if the one she truly cared for was somewhere else entirely.
No, I'm gonna get
That's
upset.
Horrible. I never knew my real mom, but the woman who adopted me loved me with all her heart. That's how it should be.
Hey man, there was some weight on those words too. I like that. That was good delivery.
It was horrible, yes. But what of it? There is no guarantee a parent will come to love their child.
Dang.
Still, being faced with such plain evidence of her crimes is a difficult thing to come to terms with. I had once thought her among those I would avenge. Yet now she lies squarely in the path of my fury.
Pretty heavy stuff, yeah.
Dang.
I can tell you're troubled as well.
You can see straight through me, huh? Guess that's what 3 years together will do. It's Myson, that dark mage from before. He was familiar with my power somehow. And yeah, I know you said you trust me, but I'm not so sure I even trust myself anymore. I just can't stand not knowing the truth. Who am I, really?
No matter what answer awaits, I will continue to place my trust in you. That hasn't changed.
Well, I mean, you know, I've been taken over on 2 different routes, so, you know, maybe it won't happen a third time. It'll happen a third time.
But what if I transform and attack you?
I would do whatever I must to restrain you, naturally. Failing that, forgive me. It helps no one to utter such words.
It's fine. If nothing else, the threat of death is good motivation for me to get this power under control.
Have you lost your mind? It almost sounds like you'd be okay with him killing you.
Yo, if your power just starts trying to, like, murder everyone and take over the world, good.
I don't want to die, of course. But if it was between that and killing a friend, I know which one I'd pick.
Wow. Wow. And that's tough words coming from a mercenary. But I guess it would be like not killing a friend for like business. It would be killing a friend for just no reason. You done a lot of killing. Ain't too fond of killing friends. Like your suggestion from everybody, acquire. No, we don't need to expand anything. Thank you. Give me this.
Great. Let's get
I will at least cook. No. The other 2 are worthless for me. Okay. And nobody wants to yell at me and say hello? Okay, great. Awesome. That is definitely the episode. We do have support conversations. We'll view them next time. It probably is just, yes. Unlocks for, we got them because I put them together. Rodriguez back. And that's it for right now. Very clearly we'll have more next time. Definitely not as many as we had this time, so thank you so much for bearing with me. This one's gonna be like almost 3 hours. Toodaloo Flight Crew. I gotta get to rendering this because I am out of town this next weekend. So I have another one of these to record, but we already know what we're gonna do. And while I look at the war map, because we didn't do this last time, we'll probably have another paralog added. No. Yeah, still maybe. Raiders from the north, and that also seems new. Dang. We're not going to do 2 paralogs because there's eventually going to be a week where there's just not another paralog added. So we're going to do the one that I really am kind of intrigued with. the Ash, Yuri, Catherine paralogue. I guess I'm kind of curious about the paralogue above that too. The kind of remnants of not remnants of the North, but you know, the leaders of the North. I guess former leader in Rodrigue. I'm excited. I'm excited for those two. But next time we'll do this one. And we will do the paralogue, and we'll have many less supports. So once again, I'm gonna get to rendering. I'm not gonna keep you guys. Have a great rest of your Monday or whatever day you're watching. Toodaloo Flight Crew. Thank you for watching.